boys and girls.
Ladies
This is episode
204.
204.
Yes.
So you guys want to introduce yourselves and what you are, I guess, for the project?
Yeah. You want to go first?
Yeah, I'm Cameron Toops. I'm one of the promoters for Heat in the Street Fest.
Yeah, and I'm Chris Eubanks, and I am also one of the promoters/organizers for Heat in the Street Fest.
Word. How did this come about?
What
it was the idea?
It initially kind of started as an idea for a local fest, which I mean we had booked before.
It was a lot smaller
than
the initial plan.
Much smaller. Like it was just kind of like, let's just throw a small fest this summer for the hell of it.
Because we noticed a lot of like smaller fests have come about in the music scene, but Pensacola hasn't really had a small rock fest. We had a fest earlier this year called Hollow World, which was more of like an indie style fest, and that went great. And we just felt like we wanted to get back to the rock community a little bit, and it just kind of snowballed into this massive fest that we're throwing now. We're now shutting down the street outside the handlebar. Got a bunch of vendors on it.
That's sick.
It's pretty cool. It's going to be a good time.
Is this going to like kind of connect to the skate park or literally just in front of the handlebar?
So we're shutting down from Wright Street to Lorua Street. So 2 blocks.
Word.
That's a big chunk right there.
It is. It's a very big chunk.
Okay.
And then we've got Belmont also. A portion of Belmont will be closed as well.
How do you even do that?
We have permits to the city, and we've teamed up with the Handlebar, and thankfully they've done the vintage market before earlier this year, and so they've kind of dipped their toes in a little bit, and we put in the right permits. We got everything approved by the city and the police, and then we're good to go. So
That's pretty crazy.
Pretty much just pitch it to them, show what we have, and then shout out to Robert Goodspeed for taking care of all the logistics part of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean it's like we've had fests before and we've had shows before, but I really wanted something that just kind of like reached out to a bunch of different branches in the community, because like there's a lot of hip hop artists on our fest, and some of them like actually saw a couple nights after Rusty's wedding.
Gotcha.
So just the idea that we wanted to kind of like bring as much of the market together as possible and just do something fun that we could make a yearly event, hopefully, for Pensacola and more so like the Gulf Coast area too, because there's like bands from Panama City, there's some bands from Mobile and Upper Alabama, and just people that we've personally played with or been to shows of that are just really sick. And I was like, man, if we could just get all these people together for a summer bash, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
And it just kind of all fell together, so we're really excited about it.
So who came up with Heat in the Streets, like that title?
That was me, honestly.
Word?
Initially,
title.
it had a different name.
We had so many, like, there was...
Give
So
us some of the
many.
ones that didn't make it, because I have some ideas.
The first one, honestly, was Sick City Fest.
Sick City?
Because, Pensacola has been referred to as Sick City before, but then we were like, after the whole pandemic thing, we don't want to turn anybody off.
Sick
It's
City
the last thing we want to, do is
Put a mask on the poster.
Exactly. And then, I came up with, just this huge list, and I was like, here, everybody pick one. And then we had a meeting, and Chris was like, I like Heat in the Street. And then I was like, okay, I ran with it.
What was another super bad one?
Oh, God, there's so many. I'd have to look through the chat.
I just feel like I would
weeks.
just be, riding off of, wrestling events, like SummerSlam.
Yeah, that was kind of my thing. I was like, we
something
need
like
we
that.
need, like, a wrestling event, like a old school, 80s cage match style
Beach
thing.
Brawl.
Yeah,
But we wanted a general name, and we didn't want to pigeonhole us too much because we were Gulf Coast Rock Fest or something like that. That just sounds like a bunch of 40-year-old dudes in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Sounds like a car show.
It does.
What was that one? There was one that got pitched around a lot.
We wanted Bayfest for a while.
Yeah, I hated Bayfest. Everybody's like, we just call it Bayfest. And
It's
I was
already
like,
been
isn't there
done.
already a thing?
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds
sorry
way
to
too
sorry
familiar.
to the actual
Heat in the
creators of
Streets, though,
Bayfest.
hits.
Yep.
That sounds like sick merch,
Oh, we've got some sick merch. Don't worry. I've done all the graphics for everything on this, so it's kind of cool to be able to spearhead this whole thing and kind of do it the way we want to do it, and not have to really have too many cooks in the kitchen.
So how did you guys figure out who would be is there a technical headliner? Or is it like
Technically,
there's like
Emo Prom, I would say, is the technical headliner.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the whole after party is dedicated to them. So
and that's in the streets
Yeah.
or at Vinyl?
I think they're actually going inside the handlebar. For
It's
that.
going to be a little bit of
word.
both, because the street stage ends at 11 o'clock. So bands in, I think Brave New World ends at like 9:50-ish, and then Emo Prom will go on after that until 11 o'clock, and then we move inside and we've got all night.
Gotcha.
So it's however long we can party until everybody gets tired.
So like the permit on the streets expire at 11?
Yep.
You just got to get out of the street?
That's sound
You
ordinance.
just roll it
Oh,
inside.
word.
Yeah, I think we have until I think around midnight or so, maybe a little later, to pack everything up. Of course, get the stage off and
Yeah.
open the street back up.
That's cool, dude.
But we'll have police escorts the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, we were just really lucky. We have a lot of great sponsors that we're working with that, have really helped things come together.
Move that a little closer.
Yeah.
And then like aim it.
And then slightly aimed.
Yeah,
Like
there we go.
angle it that way.
Better,
Yeah,
closer,
yeah.
warmer.
Yeah.
Nice.
And you
I like
can
that.
twist
Yeah.
these little knobs and it'll lock it in place.
I'm going to do that.
Chris, you're a vocalist. You've done this before.
I mean, yeah, I have, but everybody's got their own microphone and their own preferences.
That's
That's
true.
true.
I don't want to.
Yeah, we.
I don't want to
These are just
manhandle
talking
some other
mics.
person's
Yeah.
microphone.
Ain't no singing should be done in the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Not on the regular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
These remind me of like the little SM7Bs, but like
They-
an SM7B
I love
Junior.
it.
Yeah, they are. They're the little MV7s.
Yeah, so yeah, it's pretty much
Yeah.
the same thing.
They're the baby brother or whatever to it, so it
That's
like works
awesome.
perfectly for like. It helps you not have to soundproof
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it's just so direct.
Yeah.
Like that was you can't even really see it in the
Oh, yeah,
top
up
of the
there.
thing, but like we had two
Boards.
yeah two boards
we
that we
had con-
glued those things
We
to.
had
and
cardboard
them
boxes that we
leaned against the wall
Yeah.
right by the mics.
Yeah.
And dude, it was just like the worst sound ever.
Oh yeah, you gotta, especially in a tiny room like this with
Yeah.
a bunch of people talking, it just bounces all over the
Yeah.
place.
Yeah, it definitely can get out of hand.
Yeah.
I can see where this can go because you guys could like be in Blue Wahoo Stadium one day.
Yeah,
I mean, potentially how crazy this year goes, it could be next year. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Yeah.
we're hoping for a successful year.
But like, where did it like you said it started small, but where did you notice that? Oh, this is getting a little out of hand. Not out of hand, but like bigger.
Do you wanna
Front
take
sponsors.
that?
You're
Yeah.
like, well, we're gonna have Elton
So-
John there. And
I
we
guess it really
figured-
started out with like hey, we kind of want to do this just to do it, just to see if we can. You
Yeah.
know, like they used to do Summerfest back in the day, everything like that. There used to be something going on in Pensacola, when there was the American Legion and whatnot. And we were like, we want to give back to the community that's really thriving right now because the music scene is killing it in Pensacola.
Yeah.
So we were like, let's just, start talking to bands. We got a venue that ended up not working out. It was a lot smaller venue. And we were just like, okay, we'll have this tiny little stage. We don't know if we need to rent a stage. We didn't really need to rent sound. And then once the venue fell through, we were like, okay, what's the next option? We spoke with the handlebar. Next thing we knew, we were shutting down the street.
Yeah.
It was literally like from, hey, let's do it at your venue, to hey, let's do it outside, to hey, let's shut down 2 blocks. Like literally within one conversation.
That's crazy.
And it was just like, I trust them, and they obviously trust us a little bit to allow us to do this, but I definitely trust them to make this a success.
And there's just a singular stage. You
one.
guys aren't doing like indoor outdoor offsets.
Nope.
Nope. Just
Word.
one big stage in the street and then the after party inside.
Yep.
Okay. And how many acts is it?
15. Not
15?
including Emo Prom.
Word. Okay. It looked like way more than that, but maybe it's just like the way the poster looks like.
That's what it looks like.
That
But yeah,
looks
there's
crazy.
only 15.
Yeah.
Including the hip hop acts, and Emo Prom is 16.
That's dope. There should be like a comedy one year.
Yeah.
Like maybe not Heat in the Streets, but like a stand up
Yeah.
fest.
I mean, it'd be cool to have maybe next year have 2 stages and
Yeah.
be able to do that. Like have a hip hop dedicated stage, or have like a rock and metal dedicated stage, and then have like comedians in between that, and like a host. Like there's so many things we can do with it. It's just all about how the community really receives it.
Yeah.
Do they do like shows outside of Seville like they used to? Like a long time ago, there was All Stars Fest.
Yeah, I remember
that came through. But like I'd never seen a show after that there.
Was that in the street or was that in the little
That was in their little
the
parking
side
lot.
parking lot.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought.
I think honestly with that it was just, I'm not sure if it had to do with permits or what, but I know it costs a lot of money to shut it down because Seville is not cheap. And really, they had I think Bass Nectar was there before, big artists came through.
Crazy.
And I felt like, if it was worth the money. But I think that was Glory Days that did that back in the day.
Yeah, I can't
think
remember
so.
I don't know who put it on. I just remember some of the acts on there. I was like, these are pretty big acts for
Yeah.
Pensacola.
Yeah.
It was like a mini Warp Tour.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, dude, for the people that couldn't go, I was like, y'all got to come downtown.
Yeah.
And it's right here.
I thought it was like we always called it the Warp Tour rejects. Everybody who couldn't get on Warp Tour that year, they're like, fuck it, we'll do our own tour.
Yeah. But, dude,
was a
you
great
guys
show.
could easily be that big. And if I remember correctly, I think Warp Tour is up for purchase now.
I think I think next year.
There was a
was 7
time
years?
gap.
Yeah.
And then Franz from Attila was going to buy it and then put it back on. I don't know what happened where...
I thought he already purchased it.
It'd be a great purchase. I mean,
And then
there's
he-
still such a big name behind that.
And they were just waiting.
yeah,
That
I mean, there's
they had to
literally
wait that-
companies that sell merch about you not being able to even go to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
nostalgic factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
Come to Heat in the Streets so we can buy Warped
Yeah,
Tour.
dude. Imagine y'all being part of
bro.
the coalition or whatever you call it that just buys it, and
Yeah.
then you guys are like, "Yo, we'll do the Southeast. We'll be Southeast Warped. Y'all
Yeah.
can do the other 3 regions."
I mean, because that's all they do. They just book it. I mean, they go through a promoter, and then it just, expands from there. I can only imagine what the price they want for a Warp Tour would be. But, I mean, everything starts small. Look at South by So What.
yeah,
It started small. Look at So What Fest. I mean, I don't know if you saw what they've been doing in Texas, and it's just it's like an alternative to South by Southwest, but it's metal bands and emo bands and stuff like that, and they've blown up over the last 4 or 5 years, and they started out as a small fest.
I think the first one I heard South by So What was they were in a baseball field. I think was the first one. I
Yeah,
heard
So What
of.
Fest, yeah.
Yeah,
That was So What Fest, yeah.
yeah, and I was like, that's crazy. And I think that the baby got known from walking around in a diaper at one.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
that
that
was
was probably
South
South
by
by
South.
South. That's probably South by Southwest.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was probably
Yeah.
South
I thought
by
it was
Southwest,
the-
because that's the big
Yeah.
one that happened. And
See,
I think
thought it was
Austin.
the smaller one, but I mean,
I remember that video.
close
though.
enough. Yeah, that was wild.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I've never been to either of them, and that shit's crazy. Can I
Yeah.
curse on this?
Yeah, dude, you can do
Okay,
whatever.
I thought so.
Heck no, you can't.
Yeah,
Heck
frick
no,
no, dude.
Sure.
Gosh darn it.
Golly jeez.
Yeah, that's wild.
I'm never
Do
getting
you-
invited back.
Have you guys thought of potential, what is the peak of what you guys would want to do around here, the Bay Center?
It's so I mean, it's so far out. I think maybe eventually, but it's more just so about as long as there's a community that we want to see represented, or or not even so much that we want to be represented, because definitely we're not the be all and end all, there's so many awesome artists in Pensacola, and you can go any night of the weekend or any night of the week really to 3 or 4 bars now. There's a lot of venues cropping up, and there's a
Yeah,
lot of
it really
talent.
is.
Yeah.
And even with the 15 acts we do have, they're all phenomenal. I love them, but we've barely scratched the surface, so I would more so be interested in the amount of artists that we could showcase.
Yeah.
Over I would like to add more days in the coming years, maybe
Yeah.
do a weekend thing.
Yeah, a 2-day event would be really cool, and have
Yeah.
I'd really like to have a bigger headliner next year.
Yeah.
No offense to Emo Prom, obviously they do great around here, and we love to have them, and that they're a sponsor on this. But I'd really like to have a band that will draw people in as well.
Drop
That's
that name right now.
I want a day to
Call your
remember,
shot,
man.
dude.
I want a day to
Dude,
remember.
that'd
Honestly,
be
if we're gonna
fire
talk
as
about
fuck.
Sorry, Emo Prom.
yeah, I mean, if we're gonna talk
Everyone
about
likes to
keeping
date
it
them.
in the
I'm sorry,
Gulf
guys.
Coast and Florida, I mean, what band
Yeah.
do you think about when you think of Florida? It's a
Yeah.
day to remember.
Dude, imagine that Blue Wahoo Stadium. People tailgating out front both days.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a perfect
be
spot
insane.
to do a
Bro,
2-day
yeah.
event.
Be
too.
people kayaking out in the water while you see fireworks going off at their set.
Yeah.
It would be insane.
Bro.
Literally, that's the dream. That would be
I
awesome.
was just thinking about trying to police the waterway to stop people from watching the sets for free.
Yeah.
Just Chris out there in a
Like a
floaty.
guy on a jet ski.
Yeah. Hey,
No,
bud,
bro,
you
get
can't
out of
do
get
that.
out of here.
Just squirting water at people.
$20 G for keeping moving.
Yeah.
Just a fire truck.
with like a hose. God, that'd be terrible. No, we would never
That's
shoot
dope,
people
though.
with fire
Dude,
hoses.
or if you guys got that big and you had somebody that big on, you could do like a live stream too. You could
Yeah.
like pay $5 for a live stream or whatever the ticket cost should be, and then they could watch it from home and it's still
Yeah.
local. Or you could do it something like that.
I would
Yeah.
love to like collaborate with like a local film, like Calliope Films or something,
Yeah.
and do that, or any of the studios around here that do that. I think it'd be great
Yeah.
because they know more about it than we do, and we would love to be able to do that this year, but we kind of want to give the artists the opportunity to have that live experience, to
Yeah,
have
for
that
sure.
full crowd festival
Yeah.
experience. And be on a big stage and see everybody there to be
Right.
with them.
And it's like you don't have to be in your final form your first year.
Yeah, exactly.
Like it's gonna take a little bit to kind of figure everything out. And
I mean, look at Cell.
Yeah.
He started. He had like 3 forms before he
dude,
was perfect Cell.
and he came back and got dusted again.
Yeah.
You right?
Hey, bro,
Sometimes
what
it happens
happened?
that way.
I mean,
But
I'm
what
sure.
happened?
Yeah, I'm
Everybody
sure
got a
it'll come
comeback
again.
story.
Yeah, he's like, I thought I dusted you two, and then turns around, ain't happening.
Ain't happening.
Piccolo had that come up recently.
Yeah, he got orange.
Yeah, like orange
up with
Piccolo.
Green and orange. Isn't that like Miami? The U?
the you don't.
Dude, he is kind of you
Who?
energy.
Everything's
Who?
based off like vegetables,
Piccolo?
though. So
He doesn't even.
it's like a carrot
Honestly, I'm
reference.
pretty really far
He
behind on
he
Dragon
might think
Ball.
we're talking about
Yeah,
Veggie
so-
Tales.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like
very
who?
well could be.
He's like,
Who are these
Piccolo.
characters?
Yeah.
What sorcery is this?
Yeah.
Damn. Oh, I was gonna say that you guys should have some sort of like. We know a guy named Cody River, but you could literally have anybody do this, but like document the first one.
Yeah.
Just so you have record, like even if the first one itself doesn't become a documentary, like you could just have record of like
Behind the scenes.
yeah,
stuff
like
and
where the
setting
fuck
up
is
and-
the guy? He's supposed to go on set right now.
Yeah.
Like we're 5 minutes behind.
That would be a cool.
He's getting
deal.
dropped off by his mom in a minivan. It's like
I think that'd be great.
That'd
Yeah.
be a cool
I mean,
deal.
we would love to, shout out anybody who wants to do that for us. Reach out, please. We'd love to have you.
yeah, you could literally just be a part of history. You know,
You could.
It doesn't have to be about
You could
money.
be the 1st.
You could be the first.
Yeah. Not like no iPhone camera. Just
Yeah.
we got it, dog.
Yeah.
It's just flash photography. It's like a
And everybody loves
in
a
memory.
video.
of-
Yeah, it's like a slideshow.
the slideshow
Here's
goes like
your-
this, and then
we
it's
could like play it on a
Yeah,
big
yeah.
screen on the stage next year. Like, and now before the first act, a brief moment of remembrance for Heat in the Street 2023, and it would just be like ba-da-da.
Just like
like still shots.
It's just
People-
like, what if God
sweaty
was one of
people.
us? Was the music?
That's what I was thinking.
Soft
I don't know why I
Alanis
thought the same
Morissette.
thing.
Yeah.
But honestly, we are really pushing the heat in the street thing, but
Speaking
we
of
do
sweaty
It's gonna be
people.
hot.
also have a lot of hydration. Don't think it's just going to be hot. We've got EC,
Only heat.
ECUA is actually providing their
All
quench
of the
buggy
water
for us.
bottles will be
Oh,
filled
really?
with hot sauce.
So we'll have access to free water bottle refills. We will potentially be selling water bottles, possibly. If not, bring your own. You can fill up for free. We have a few other things that we don't really want to announce yet that will cool people off as well. We have some collaborations.
Fire hose. Fucking Dustin. dude.
fire-
Honestly, I have more access to a fire hose than you think.
Oh.
Multiple fire
We're
hoses.
not.
He
going
goes, test me. I can
I can do it. I can do
in
it. But
no way, shape, or form.
we just didn't want anybody to think that we're just gonna let you go out there and have a heat stroke.
Yeah.
Because we do. Handlebar's gonna be open all day to cool off in. They'll be serving drinks. We'll have plenty of vendors. You'll be able to get food and whatnot. So it'll be a good time all around. Bring your kids out. Let them listen to some metal music.
Yeah.
Or
Dude,
some
and they should
hip-hop.
be able to hear that from the skate park.
Yeah.
That's
don't
right
say
there.
Don't,
Yeah,
don't
for
say
sure.
that. You gotta buy a ticket.
I mean, they'll be like, what's going on over there? Hey, y'all should come over.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. Come on, man. You're just burying us already. He's like, I want it to be a success, but you can go to the skate park and hear it for
but
free.
you skate. Yeah.
Other than the festival going on, what do you guys got going on with the band?
We've got, we're playing that fest. We've got a fest this weekend. We're playing Summer Wasteland in, is it Columbus?
Columbus, Georgia.
Columbus,
Pretty sick
Georgia.
name, too.
Great name. Great name.
We're doing that. We've got, when's the next tour? When, September?
September, we're going on tour with a local band, or not local band, but a Florida band, and then also an out-of-state band as well.
Oh, yeah.
We're doing a little 5-day run with them.
Who are those bands?
Can't announce that yet.
I mean,
Wait, it'll probably be out by this time. We're going out with Sink In from California, and then
Okay.
we're going out with Felicity from Orlando.
All right.
Yeah.
So if it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
announced by this time that this drops, then it's
Hey,
on us.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We just shot 3 music videos too.
We did
for
last
the-
week.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Last weekend.
For
We've
the
never
last
done
EP
that
of the
before. 3 back to back. So that was a task for sure.
How quickly of a turnaround were they in between? Like you filming them, or was it all
It was-
filmed at like
It
the
was
same time?
one a day for 3 days back
Yeah.
to
Oh,
back.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
3
everyone
straight
was a different
days.
location, different actors, different everything.
That's
Sheesh.
wild.
It was a lot.
Yeah. Luckily, on like 2 of the locations, there was very minimal setup. The third one, we had to really heavily prep
Yeah.
for the day of shooting.
Can you announce which songs these are for?
Yeah, they're all for new songs.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're all going to be. We've kind of taken our latest, I guess, like our big body of work, and we've chopped it up into 3 EPs that we've been releasing over the past like
8 months.
8 months. Yeah. And this will be the third one. It'll be the final one. Eventually, we'd like to release it all as an album so you can hear it all as a whole. But like,
Yeah.
we just kind of, I mean, mostly, I think even though I love albums, like we're just kind of at a point where people consume music differently. You know,
Yeah.
like people have shorter attention spans. So
Yep.
it was easier instead of just like dropping this big lump of, you know, content all at once and saying like, there you go, enjoy it for a year. And then like being like, well, we don't have any content, you know, like just to
Yeah.
kind of make them walk a little bit more and kind of really dive into what we wanted to present for the song. So I'm stoked on it, man. Like being able to really take time with our director, Ty Traherne. He's great. Shout out Ty.
He's done almost every video on this album release.
Yeah.
Almost.
Like just kills it and is completely down to spend the whole day in a location just like grinding it out and getting it done. So like,
Yeah.
really, really lucky to work with him.
But this also gave us a chance to really highlight every song differently, because almost every song in this album has a music video, and it's 10 songs.
Yeah.
So we were able
Almost,
to really, everyone but 2.
Yeah.
We're actually reshooting
Only 2.
another music video soon. So we're kind of video obsessed for a little bit, but it also gives us a lot more to play with, a lot
Yeah.
more for people to see and like see us as
Content is the name
people.
of the game right now.
That's what it
Yeah.
is, man. And you know, if we can get it for a good price with a friend of ours, and he's delivering us with good quality content,
Yeah.
and we can trust it, I mean, why not?
Yeah.
You know, we flew him down here. You know, Hop Out actually did a video with him as well, another local band.
Okay.
They did it a couple days before we did, and then we just kind of teamed up, got him on their video, and then on all 3 of our videos afterwards. So it just kind of worked out. Glad it
Yeah.
did. Glad we're
Lucky coordinating of schedules.
yeah. This is the end of this
the end of album
album.
two?
Yeah, it's the end of this album cycle. So it's time to start writing again.
Yeah.
What? This is like. I mean, we're not musically talented at all. Buddy thinks.
though.
Buddy thinks he. How do you find out?
You gotta try.
But how do you? What is the thing you try first?
I mean, who knows? Pick up an instrument that looks good, or
Yeah.
don't pick up an instrument. Sing something.
I
that
think they
sounds
all
good.
equally look good. So I'm like not biased.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not-
Just grab one. I mean, like who
That's
knows
what I
you
would
could
say.
play?
Yeah, just grab one. I
Be
mean,
playing ocarina in no time.
don't play drums. Don't be a drummer.
Yeah, don't play drums. It's expensive.
Drums are really, really, really expensive.
What you need to do is like honestly, low key, be a vocalist.
That's the easiest thing
you
to
have
do.
no equipment.
Yeah.
You very rarely. Well, I mean, I have to load a lot of stuff, but
We
a
do
lot of times,
spoken
like,
word over here.
boom,
There you
there you
go.
go.
We're vocalists.
You're already
Talking, yeah.
vocalist.
Yeah.
You're there. That's 90% of the thing.
I
And
mean,
got a
you are
podcast.
professional vocalists.
You are.
I
Boom.
guess
There you
legally.
go.
Right.
Welcome to being musicians, boys.
Yeah.
What's up, dude?
Yeah.
You know, you
That's
just gotta hum the rhythm in your head.
Right,
Yeah, that's it.
I've been singing for a long time.
As long as you have a song in your heart.
I actually remember the first I tried learning was drums, and it was from Tony.
Yeah, Tony Kirk.
Yeah, and he was doing the.
Badass
It's
drummer.
like
Yeah.
the most classic.
Shout out Glistener.
Just about to
It's
say
like. Or something.
that. Yeah.
It's something like that, and that took me like 2 days to even just do like the first 4 in a row on time, and I was like, bro.
I mean, but you
This
gotta
is
think
it.
everybody starts somewhere.
Yeah.
Everybody has to, like, I wasn't amazing when I started playing drums. I'm still not amazing. I still have to work on it, you know, all the time. I have to work on my drumming, and same with Chris. He has to work on his vocals all the time. Not saying that Chris is a bad vocalist or that he's not naturally talented, but he does work on it. You know, he's one of the few vocalists I'll see that will take time before the set and be like, yo, I have to go do vocal warm-ups. There's no question about it. I have to go do it. And he'll go out in the middle of the parking lot that our van is parked in, and there's 100 people outside, and he's doing hey yas and whatnot.
Yeah, that's like my signature call. You can always tell if we're about to play. You'll like wander around outside, and you'll see like kia 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 kia, and people are like, what the fuck is that? Like, I'm like standing alone in a parking lot by myself. It's like I have to do this.
Yeah, it's like it's shameless at this point though,
I
because
mean,
he
no,
knows
but
it's
just
got to be done.
It's just part of your instrument.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Hey, I will tell you, I'm running into a weird situation similar to that where it'll be like awkward to other people. I'm having to get push-ups in.
Yeah,
You can't just push up everywhere.
Yeah,
because
you
people
can
are like,
though.
Hey, dog. He's in the line at Target.
"Hey, buddy,
Just
what
a
are
second.
you?"
Push it
Sorry,
up.
bro, I gotta
You
drop
might
my
be
drink.
pushed out of Target, to be
Yeah.
fair.
Well, I'm at work. I'm not gonna say where, but I'm at work, and people, they wander
It's not a
around,
great look.
and
there.
I'm in the dirt. Just they're like, "You good?" I'm like, "I'm trying to get better."
Yeah.
there you go. Like,
I mean, but
it's
that's
just
the thing. Like,
self-improvement.
I've always heard with even like comedians and stuff on how to get better with putting yourself out there and being on stage and getting over that little bit of like awkwardness is doing things like that, like going out in public and then laying down in like a busy area. Like, why the fuck is that dude laying down? Well, he's practicing being awkward so he can know that feeling and know how to deal with it in that later situation.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that could help you out later. Just do it in
It's
these
only weird because
random
you feel like
places.
it's weird.
Exactly.
That's what he's saying. You do your push-ups.
Dude, I've been
If
having
you're
that
comfortable
conversation.
with it-
Hey, I've been having that conversation with myself too. I'm like,
It's
bro,
not weird.
how do I even know they see me?
Why are they not doing push-ups? Is a better
Exactly.
question.
Yeah.
They
Two,
might.
I'm working on
all be
myself.
doing
So what is
push-ups.
really the most
I'm
embarrassing
gonna go
thing?
home and do some more right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a.
So you've already inspired me.
Thank you.
And you might
Thank
inspire
you.
those. Who knows? You could be like Forrest Gump, man. You just start doing push-ups. You can get people like joining
Bro, that's
you.
what I'm saying. You could be Pensacola push-up man.
Okay, I can't.
Wow.
Because we were like
PPM.
there's already
Trademark.
somebody that
Trademark.
does that in our
welcome.
genre.
But is he called
Oh.
Pensacola Push-Up Man?
Not locally, but he.
I mean, he doesn't,
Locally.
in some circuits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His Instagram handle is.
Only in the
Push-Up
Southwest
Man.
is he Pensacola
Yeah.
push-up man. It's fair. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Damn,
JP.
trademarked
I don't wanna
already.
Step on JP's toes.
Oh.
There's
not
a
really.
much larger podcast called Bussin' with the Boys, and one of their like producers that's not necessarily on camera, but they call them the back of the bus. It's like a group of 4 or 5 dudes, and they do have a camera on them sometimes. Like it'll cut to them, and they have parts where they're parts of segments and stuff. And JP does this like every Tuesday. They go live on Instagram, and they'll like go live with a celebrity or something, but they have to do push-ups while they're on the live. We were on the live once, and we did push-ups. So it's like I don't want to start that here because it'll be like, oh,
I feel
you
that.
fucking
I feel
stepping
that.
on-
So you don't wanna, like-
because they
you don't
are
wanna-
an inspiration to us.
Yeah.
So I'm sure we do kind of.
You could do burpees.
I get some rub.
You gotta do
off-
sit-ups.
You do burpees.
He does sit-ups too.
Oh, you gotta do like I don't
Yeah.
know, jumping jacks or something. Dude,
Pensacola
I like
burpee.
burpees, honestly.
I mean,
Pensacola burpee
maybe
man.
you just keep your push-ups personal.
I go
Yeah,
live in a
push-ups
mirror.
personal.
I'm
One
like,
armed.
you're doing great, bud.
Yeah.
One arm
Yeah.
push-ups.
You're killing it.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to start doing push-ups, man, we're not gonna judge you.
They're
I
not
feel
even
like
gonna
that's
make it
where
on
we're
camera.
getting to.
Let's
Yeah.
just act like I did.
That was a great set.
That was a good one. I was
Phenomenal.
actually
I
impressed.
crushed it, dude.
You
Form
did.
was
Killed it.
impeccable.
Killed
You know,
it.
I got endurance.
Yeah,
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's wild. But
Great
I was
It's like,
like,
yeah, my
that's
endurance is
crazy.
wild.
Segue.
I was getting to the point like we're not musically talented, right? He thinks he can DJ, like,
Oh no, I never said that.
but you did.
I did back
To
in
be
the
fair,
day.
anybody
But
can
yeah,
DJ.
I DJ'd back in the day. 100%.
Okay.
Well, then you can
Yeah,
DJ.
you DJ'd.
If you've
I DJ'd
DJ'd
in the
before,
past.
dude, people
Yeah.
have like Spotify shuffled a wedding and said they're a DJ before. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
my
I
dude.
I've
did
seen
it.
it. Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Don't sell yourself short.
I mean, have you seen that picture going around of I think it was Six Flags of the DJ who had the printout of the Ableton
Oh,
on their computer taped to it, and they
What
had
is an
no
Ableton?
controller. It's Ableton's like a program that you use to make music. So they had a printout
So
of the
you're definitely
Ableton
a
program
vocalist.
taped to their off laptop.
You're doing
their
great.
powered off laptop.
Oh, dude,
That's
that's
wild.
tough right there.
How to
bro.
make beat.
Yeah.
Ding,
Yeah.
ding. He just does the beginning of Runway, but never goes to the next note.
Yeah.
Just ding.
The cardboard box with turntables on it.
That's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
But so we're
But, I
not
mean, you're always
musically
better than that.
talented. But I was curious, and I don't know if this is like a weird thing to ask, but when you are musically talented, sometimes you go through bands.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know, like, when, okay, this is probably the end of this band? And how do you know, like, oh, maybe there is another band to be made with these other people because we have like minds to this idea? Like, how does that go? And I'm sure it's like a touchy thing because it's like, I'm sure there's bands that you guys have been a part of that you're like, I still have love for what that was.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not what it is now.
So, like, I've been in a couple of bands, and I've been playing music for a long time.
Yeah, I've seen both of you guys
like
for
what, 20, I think of
ever.
20 years
Yeah.
this year. 20 years
Forever.
of music.
yeah,
Literally.
for like as long as I've known
literally
y'all, it's been music.
That's how we've known each other.
You know, and I mean, I think you always, it's almost like, it's like being in a really committed relationship with 4 other people.
Yeah.
You know, and they're all your best friends, and you spend your whole energy and focus on one thing, and then sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's just like any kind of relationship, you know, like sometimes there are differences in opinion. Sometimes there are differences in the way they want to run a business. Sometimes there are differences in creativity and like the direction that wants to go in. And it always kind of sucks, you know, because you're like, well, what? That's it. I've blown my shot, you know, like I'm never going to do music again because my one perfect thing. And then you kind of get over it and realize that it's really just expression, you know? So like just find more people to make music with. And sure enough, like you'll, if you look hard enough, you'll find some people that want to make music. And regardless of what kind of project you're in, you know, you definitely do come to those points where sometimes it's just over and it's out. But I mean, it's like I said, it's like a relationship. Like you can generally feel it telegraphed, you know, like I was in a band called The Offer, for a while. We actually went on Warped Tour for a little bit. We
Name
did, like,
drop.
a short, yeah. If anyone is still around that remembers that band. But no, and I'm still really great friends with those guys. You know, like I message them regularly. Like I talked to the guitar player Thomas White, Michael Jordan, the guitar player, and the drummer Ben Carpenter. You know, like you just kind of get to a point that they were. I try to think that no matter who someone is to you, that if instead of looking at like, well, this was negative, or like this didn't turn out well, or I'm bummed that this didn't work out, you just kind of try and look at the fact that was part of what shaped you into who you are, you know, and like there are a lot of awesome things that you can take away from it regardless. So regardless of like how those projects turns out, there are still people and connections and friendships that I've made and music that I made that I'm going to take with me forever, you know? So like, I think it's all about perspective. You can get really down about, you know, a project falling out, or you can just say like, well, that was something that I learned, and now I'm going to take that on to the next project and hopefully have a better experience. And sometimes it works out really well, and sometimes it doesn't.
Couldn't agree more.
And how did Brave New World, like, what was the nucleus that was like, let's give this a go?
Scott.
Yeah,
Scott?
Scott. So I was in a band before Brave New World called Liars to Legends. And we all kind of got tired of that, playing metal. It was just kind of the same thing. A few of the members weren't as committed as they used to be. You know, it was just, we felt that it was time, so we called it. Not mutually for everybody, but it happens. But there's no bad blood, obviously. Still love everybody who's in that. And Scott wanted to start doing more like shoegaze style stuff, so me and him started jamming. And then we brought in our old bass player, Cameron Spivey, who's still in the band now. And we started writing this like Circus Survive style thing because we just want to do something completely different than what we've been doing. Metal and, you know, post-hardcore, because he was in the Stay Will Tell before that.
Yeah.
And so we started this like weird little ambient side project, and got Micah from Glistener in there, and we just kind of started taking off. Tried out a few different vocalists. Ironically, Drew from Glistener was one of the vocalists we tried out. It just didn't work out with, you know, what we were doing, and we always kind of wrote this with the idea of having Chris in the band. But Chris was busy. We knew that. We knew we weren't going to have Chris. But we always pitched to him. I know Scott always sent him messages.
Yeah, I was living in Panama City at the time, and I was in a band called The Sun Also Rises, and we'd been like touring around South Florida and had done some stuff up in Georgia for a while, and it was probably like 4 or 5 years in that band. And one of the guitar players had a kid, which, I mean, he was still into the band, but obviously like we weren't trying to tour or anything, and it had just gotten to a point that I was getting kind of burnt out. Not necessarily with the people, because once again, I'm great friends with all the people in those bands, but like I just wasn't really vibing with it as creatively as I wanted to on some fronts. Like there were some parts of the project that I really loved, some that I was just like, and I was just kind of at a point, I think, mentally where I was really unstable, and I just needed to kind of like take a step back from music because I was partying really hard, and I was like bartending a lot and like serving. So I had a lot of money from the season, and like we would do local shows. Like we would throw little mini local fests at this venue called A&M Theater that was like a couple of blocks up from the house where the bass player and I lived at the time. And we would just like turn that off. My God.
You.
It's probably Nick.
That is Nick Lee.
It's always Nick.
Shout out our guitar player Nick Lee for
Hey Nick, we're on a
ruining
podcast
this.
now.
Nick just wanted to be a part of it.
But yeah, so like we would play these shows and then
You should have answered.
like just go back and get
call
wasted.
him
And
back.
I was just kind of at a point where I was like, man, I'm not really into what I'm creating, and I'm just kind of like spiraling. So I just kind of need to get out of it. And Scott had been hitting me up for a while. He's like, hey man, if you ever just kind of want to come up to Pensacola and try this. And I was like, oh man, I'm slammed with this other band. And then I got to a point where I was like, man, I really don't want to be, in Panama City right now. I need to move out and find another place to go. And they were like, hey, well, you could just come to Pensacola and do this. And so I moved.
So you didn't move.
I haven't
Chris,
finished. I haven't finished. Don't tell my car story.
Oh,
This is my
okay.
car story. Okay, so I was living with our current, actually Brave New World's tour manager. Is that what Ty is now?
Yeah, I guess technically.
Booking guy.
Booking assistant.
He's at home
Booking
and he's
assistant.
like,
He's just like, yes, yes.
Promotion
On the resume.
Yeah.
So I was living with him for a little while, and I was kind of on the fence of like, well, I'll either get a place here and I'll try to stick it out, or I'll move somewhere. So I was like, well, I'm not going to sign a lease. And I had talked to Scott a little bit, and I was like, man, I kind of want to move to Pensacola. And I was really kicking around. Like I had gone to a couple of apartment places and looked at places, and I was just like, I'm not going to do it. So I was working, and I would like sleep in my car and work. And then it was like day 3 of that. And Scott was like, yeah, man, if you ever want to, just drive up over the next couple of days and move. And I was like, okay, cool. And I took that as like, okay, I'm instantly going to go to Pensacola. So I drive through the middle of the night in Pensacola and like sleep in my car outside of their apartment.
Because he shows up at like 4 a.m. Didn't tell anybody that he was coming.
I wasn't going to wake him up.
He didn't. Literally, he was just like, "Yo, I'm going to Pensacola." I didn't know. And then like I wake up to a bunch of messages, and then some calls, and I was like, what the fuck? And I look outside, and Chris's car's in the driveway, and he's sleeping in it. And I was like, I went down there, and he had all of his stuff. And I was like,
I live here now. I'm in the band.
There's 3 of us living in this 3-bedroom apartment. So
was
Chris
fun.
moves into the living room, and we were just like, fuck it, we're going to make it happen. And then, we didn't really take it as seriously back then. I will say, because we were just kind of doing it for fun. And then it wasn't easy. I will say that. It's not like we just all jumped into this and it was, like the easiest thing in the world. It was
really weird at first.
It was
because
very weird because we were all trying to find
the style was different
ourselves.
for everybody, I think, and everybody had this idea of like, well, we want this to be different than stuff that we've done before in previous projects, but we don't really know how to do that. So there was a lot of like awkward struggling for a couple of years, and then we kind of got our groove for a little bit. We released an EP. We kind of had a vibe that we were enjoying, and then it got to a point where Scott was just like, look, man, I don't really want to do bands anymore, which total respect. I think there's a point in not every musician's life, because I think you always kind of want to play music and have that creative outlet, but at the same time, like you get to a certain point where you're like, bro, I don't want to tour anymore.
Everybody is burnt out.
It's really easy to do because it's grueling playing music, and it's grueling being in any kind of musical endeavor.
Yeah.
Like we don't even ever run into the experience of having to repeat. Like you guys play. I mean, of course you make new music.
Yeah.
But you will forever have to repeat what you have made.
Yeah.
We'll never have to do like episode 198 again.
Yeah, you won't have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, and there's
Dude, if we had to study for that, it'd be
the thing that sucks so much about, I think, writing and releasing music, right, is like by the time you put something out, and people are really hearing it for the first time, and if they dig it, they're really excited about it, and they're coming to your shows and they're like, play this song. You've played that song to fucking death. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I remember one of the first singles we released was Hiding Season.
Oh my god!
And by the time that we released like a little visual thing for Hiding Season, and everybody was into Hiding Season, because we kind of like, we had changed members after Scott left, and we were like, well, let's just try and
we technically broke up.
yeah,
For a while
well,
there.
we were shopping.
We were back and forth between members for a while, and then we kind of called it for a little bit, and then we actually, it was probably a good like 3 months where we were just like, yo, we don't know what we want to do with this, because we were still like an indie band, not an indie band, an ambient band at that time. And then we kind of found Nick, our current guitar player, and Alex Arcari actually joined the band at one time from Rise Up Lights. It didn't work out with him. He helped us write our first album, and we were musically on different pages. Complete respect to that guy. We left on mutual terms, or he left on mutual terms. And then we got Hunter in the band, and we just kind of changed to this like kind of post-hardcore emo style, because that's what we all knew, and we didn't feel like we had to go back and prove ourselves to be something different this time. You know what I mean? It's okay to go back to our roots because we've tried something different, and we weren't feeling it as much. And like it worked out because Micah is now in Glistener, and like Glistener is kind of remnant of early Brave New World stuff, because Micah had a really big hand in writing all of that stuff.
Micah's guitar sound was such a big wave, the way that like it was a major shaping factor of how the songs were written.
But even so, as you say,
like, I mean, but just like you said, like styles change, and you do different things, and
you got to play what makes you have fun.
Exactly.
I would assume.
And we don't play any of the old stuff at all. Like anything pre-2020, we don't play anything from Brave New World.
Gradually, it all gets like rotated out as you have new stuff, and honestly, by the time that it does get rotated out of like in the live show, you're like, I don't want to play this song anymore.
Yeah.
I think like I remember we kept Baby Teeth in forever. That was a song off our first EP.
Oh my god!
And everybody liked Baby Teeth, and it sucked to play live because like the tempo was just really slow and kind of chill and drony, and it was a cool song and everybody liked it, but like when you're singing it, there's no like, at least until the chorus, because the chorus was big and open, like from a performance standpoint, you're just like, all right, well, here we go with Baby Teeth.
Yeah.
And I feel like we learned a lot from our first EP with that, and like writing it and then performing it, because the album, I won't say our second EP, Spaces Between Silence, is a lot heavier. It's a lot more in your face. It's a lot faster. It's a lot more active, I'll say, because we learned that that's what we enjoy playing, and that's what our fans enjoy hearing. And like our like fastest song is our most popular song right now, called Tar Pit, and like we didn't expect people to latch onto that, but it's just it's kind of testing the waters and then seeing what sticks. Throwing a bunch of shit at the wall.
What is both of y'all's individual favorite songs? Like you feel it in your balls. Like we're about to play the shit out of
we
this.
play live.
Like it doesn't have to be fast or slow. It could be whatever. It's like your personal favorite that y'all have done.
Song called Trench.
Do you like Trench the most?
Trench is my favorite to play live because
that is fun.
The beginning, it has this like cool little drum thing. And I wrote that myself.
There you go.
It's got a cool little drum.
He's like, because we should do more of that, guys.
Yep, we should definitely do more of that.
Call your shot, bro.
Yeah.
But also, we have a song called what was it, Prometheus, that has a breakdown at the end of it, and it's like our first like proper breakdown of this project. So it's like it's kind of cool to have that, because it hasn't even come out yet.
Retain.
Yeah, but Retain hasn't really come out yet either.
Well, that's his favorite.
I mean, but that's two. Well, no, it's not. Although I like those songs. God, favorite to play live. Frogs in a Well is fun to play live.
That's honestly probably our most popular song. I will say that.
It's fun. I mean, it's just kind of like, it's a little different in tone. Like I think there's more pop in the structure.
It's
and
happier.
It's definitely like a brighter song. So regardless of where it is in the set, I'm usually happy for that one, because like the vocals are tight but not too complicated, so you're not like, oh fuck, am I gonna be able to hit this? Because like there are like some songs that you get in the set where like you're 8 songs in and you're like, Christ, why is this song last? Because like you've been running all over the stage, and
he does it to himself.
I mean, yeah, I do. That's why I try to do a lot of cardio, because like It sucks. Like I'll get winded and I'm just like, God, I need to go harder.
Do you train cardio and then sing while you're training cardio?
Yep,
So
I do that.
that's wild.
I do a lot of
He'll
like
be like 10K on like a marathon, and
Yeah.
he's like, ah!
I lost I
Literally.
lost a lot of weight a couple of years
wild.
back and really got on a fitness kick. I mean, I started to lose a little bit of weight, but I lost like 80 pounds.
Literally.
I mean,
Yeah,
probably
like,
from like
at least.
probably from when I started working out to now, it's
Yeah.
like around at 80.
And what kind of time frame was that?
What are we at? Like a year and a half now that I've been
Oh,
working
okay.
out. Like,
Yeah, about a year and a half, I'd say.
yeah, and
But he's not like.
I've never been good at gyms. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
what it is about. Like, I'll buy a gym membership and I'll go for like a month, and I'm like, this is dope, and then I just won't go. And I don't know if it's just like the gym or what
They do
or,
that.
You know, I don't know. I don't know if
gyms
it's
be
just
doing that.
it's just the
They
you know
should, yeah.
it's just a vibe. So like, I got to a point where I really wanted to be healthier and I wanted to be better for my art because there were things that I wanted to write and I was like, man, I'll never be able to sing that live right now. You know, so I was like,
Yeah.
I need to lose weight and you know, like I need to get in better shape for it. And I just think it was easier for me to do. Like at first I just started doing body weight stuff. Like I was like, okay, I'm just going to run and I'll do, you know, like push-ups and shit. I do
Hell yeah,
on it.
shout
All
out.
the push-ups.
Yeah.
Push-up game.
It was actually, I think it was Spivey. Spivey got me hooked on it because he bought like a course of On It 6, you know, the thing that that John Wolf preps out of Texas. And I think like one of the courses was like $50 and he was like, man, like I know you're working out, if you want to like throw me 25, we'll try it. And I was like, okay. And I think he did it for like a month and then kind of like got on and off with it, but I was just like, okay, cool, like I don't have to go to a gym. This is something that like I could force myself to do, you know, and I could directly tie it in to like performing. And as I kept doing the workouts, because they've got like, it's like 6 weeks and you just do like one workout a day, you know, and like it was a really good way to keep myself on track with it. And I was just like, well, I'll just kind of gamify these workouts into ways that I can, you know, like add my vocal warm-ups in, or like, you know, if I'm doing body weight stuff, like I'll try and do breathing exercises while I'm doing it. Or if I'm doing like the yoga sessions, I'll do the breathing exercises for that, or do my warm-ups while I'm doing it. The vocal cardio is always really fun because like I jog outside when I do cardio and there's usually somebody in the neighborhood. So like, I'm just like running, like
awesome.
they're mowing the lawn outside and I was like, ah, and it's really bad because only I can hear it, you know? So I'm like, and I'm winded and bouncing all over the place. So like, they're probably just like, fuck, here comes this guy again. And you just hear me
God
like from
damn
down
it.
at the end of the block. It's like,
They're like, hey, he's got to touch.
Put headphones
you know?
on.
Chris is like, you know those guys you see walking down the street like rapping to themselves like as loud as they
Oh,
can? That's
for
Chris.
sure.
yeah, it's like that.
No
but, like,
headphones.
No headphones,
it's
just
that,
like
but,
going.
like sweatier and
More
like
sweat
and well
involved.
it's confusing because like I'm not, you know, like it's like, is this guy a crackhead? No, he's obviously working out, but why is he screaming? And,
Yeah.
like,
There's a lot of confusion.
Yeah,
It's
and,
I
like,
feel like that's not that wild in Florida.
bro, no, not
Pensacola.
really.
It's probably
No,
pretty
I think
mild.
people,
That checks
people
out.
actually got desensitized really quick. Like when we lived at, like Cameron and Spivey and I all rented a house together for a while. That's like a couple of blocks up from my apartment now that we call Brave New House. And
Rest in peace,
yeah,
Brave New
R.I.P.
House.
Brave New House. That little block was where I started running, and it was a small like 4x4. There were a lot of hills, so it was good to run on. But like those poor people, they got desensitized to it really quick. But like, and I would do like all kinds of weird shit. Like I didn't have at first. I would just like cobble together like gym equipment before I was like, fuck it, I'll just buy a kettlebell and I'll get a steel mace to work out with. But like, there would be like loose weights that one of my roommate had, and I would just be like, I'm gonna grab these plates and I'll run with these plates and I'll sing. So I would just like do weird shit while I was like singing. So they probably thought that I was crazy, but
You should have had a shirt that said "not crazy."
yeah, I mean,
Just that.
I kind of
explanation.
enjoyed it, and eventually, like you notice the tone, like it went from like to like,
Yeah.
hey there, sweaty guy, you know, like,
They just want to be on your good side. They're like, he's
Yeah.
carrying heavy
They're
shit.
like,
He can throw.
yo.
if this guy's tweaking right now, I really
Yeah.
hope I'm not a threat.
Yeah.
Remember
You're
that
doing
time
so well.
Remember that time I gave you a candy bar? Yeah,
Yeah.
don't come by my office.
So, in this weight loss journey, what would you say was the most weight you would have lost in, like, I don't know, a 2-month period? If you had to, like, your best 2-month period.
Oh man,
What's up, dude? What you got something to
Full
say?
circle, baby.
We're going through a weight loss competition. That's
okay,
2 months
okay.
long, and
Yeah.
we're just like.
I don't
gauging-
think that I kept my
back
data
and
well
forth.
enough
Word.
to actually say, like, I would weigh myself every day and like kind of notice it gradually, you know, and like
Yeah.
it was a little too incremental for me to notice it in big chunks, you know. And I think like I'm bad at things that like I latch on too quickly and burn out on. So like I'm better when I can like slowly focus on something. So I just figured like, okay, if I do it every day, and I'll just make it harder every day, and eventually I'll get there. And I think like it was probably like the third month that like I really started noticing like, okay, I feel like I'm losing weight, you know. And I looked at it like, okay, cool, like I'm 20 pounds down.
You start hearing
like,
people say, "Oh,
yeah, like you look
good.
like you've lost so much weight," and I'm just like, well, because I have. You know, and I mean, you just kind of like get on it, and I'm still. I don't think I'll ever get to a point that I'm like, yeah, I'm satisfied with this, you know, and I feel the same way about my vocals. Like and it's not really like I have like an ideal body type that I want, or like, you know, I want to be like in super great shape for any kind of like, you know, like physical appearance reasons, even though that's cool. And it's always nice to like be in good shape and be healthy. I think it was just more so like I wanted to be able to play music to the best of my ability for as long as I could. And I didn't ever want to say like, well, I got lazy and I couldn't do it, you know?
Right.
And like, and maybe there's going to be a point where I'm just like, I don't want to play music anymore. I've done enough of it and I don't want to perform. But like, I always wanted to be able to do that on my terms and not on like, well, I physically couldn't do it anymore, you know? Cause like, I just feel like I didn't have an excuse for it. You know, like there are plenty of people that are great musicians that for one reason or another, either through disease or handicap, are unable to play their, you know, instrument any longer. And I was just like, man, like I don't really have an excuse. You know, there's no point when, and at the time I was like mid-20s, I think. And I was like, man, like there's no reason, you know, there's just no reason to be this out of shape right now and like unable to do things that I'm passionate about, you know? So like, I think it more so just became about like pushing myself to be better every day, you know, and all the other benefits were just great to have.
Yeah. That's dope, dude. Yeah, we're trying to get in shape ourselves, like, and I'm figuring out really quick that I don't think I have that much weight to lose.
I know you don't.
Nah.
And I fucked myself on this.
You did. Oh, and I got
He's
some
got
tea.
a lot.
And I got some tea, too, bro.
Oh, really?
I got some tea for you.
What?
Guess where I was this morning? Just take a guess.
I don't know. I wasn't here.
Back on the mats, baby.
Oh, word. You were on the Mets Friday.
So I was on the mats,
man.
right?
Yeah, what's up?
And guess what a little birdie told me?
Uh-oh.
What's
Birds
good?
on the mat.
They said that last open mat you went to.
Okay, look. Hold on.
So our
Hold on
deal
now.
is we're not allowed to weigh
Yeah, but
ourselves.
hold on, this
we
is
have to
fucked.
weigh in. We weighed in
The-
2 weeks
the
ago.
plot thickens.
We
but-
weighed in 2 weeks ago, and we weigh in at the end to see who loses the most weight. So I get into jiu-jitsu today, and I'm like, yeah, we're not allowed to weigh ourselves. But I'm telling them the whole thing, and they were like, oh, well, Cody was here last week, and he weighed in when he got done with open mat. And
Guilty.
I was like, oh,
No, I'm
really?
pretty sure that's not how it went down.
100%.
I'm pretty sure this happened like a
got
day
called out,
before
my
the
dude.
thing started.
Nope, because it was the same night of the UFC shit. That's what they told me.
Oh.
All right, maybe that checks
Oh,
out.
man.
All right,
And they said you were,
up.
real discouraged with how much you had lost. I said,
It-
"Oh, I got him now."
It was
It's
a lapse
over.
of judgment.
It's
Okay,
over.
people make mistakes.
They do.
And some people don't
and
let you.
You've moved past it.
You know,
Thank you.
it's kind of funny
I haven't
that
moved past it.
you had to
I-
you had to
you
tell
don't
the
have to.
story, and then
You're in
you
a
still
competition
knew
with him. You
exactly what he
definitely
was
should.
talking about as soon as he mentioned that
Okay,
he was
but-
on that.
because
He
I
knew
was
he
like,
guilty.
There was
Hold on,
there was
hold
some
on.
definite.
I was going through the
Very
Rolodex of
guilt.
things that I could
There
have
was
fucked
guilt.
up, and I was like,
There
"There's
was-
not really things I could have fucked up." And then you, okay,
Yeah.
but they wanted proof. Like, yo, well, where are you sitting now? And
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, good question."
It was on
Dude, that's
them.
crazy.
It was on them.
I didn't ask
Crazy.
myself. I was like, "Sure, I'll check
Yeah, I'm
it."
sure they had something.
This
to do
was
with
not because I wanted to do it.
it. Okay.
Peer pressure.
But do you want to
into
talk?
the
Do
scale.
you want to talk about how crazy you got whenever you realized you couldn't weigh yourself every day?
All right, yeah, but whatever.
Okay, so there you go.
Because some people have problems, you know, and that's
So
my cross
how
to
much
bear.
were you down though?
I don't even remember what was on the scale. To be
you
honest
don't.
with you,
Of course you don't.
Now
I
he doesn't
remember our starting weight.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know,
It was meaningless to him.
but hey,
It's-
but I'm seeing myself now.
He's got nothing to
He's
me.
got that as a note in his
Yeah.
phone, and he just doesn't want to pull it up. 100%.
No,
It's his
there's
background right now.
100%.
There's
He's
not
got-
a chance that's on my phone.
Okay.
Also, I hated
There's
that
not a
scale.
chance.
There's not a chance. You cannot have my phone.
I told you.
But
dog.
I'm
I
seeing
told
myself
you.
in the mirror, and I'm like, where is it gonna come from?
Yeah, dude, you fucked yourself, man.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
We got to renegotiate
Nope.
soon.
No
No,
negotiations,
no, no.
dog.
Okay, you're gonna win.
unfortunate.
Let's just go easy on me.
Oh, do you want to talk about the text I got when you were on the way to Tennessee?
See, nervous again. I don't know what I did.
He
What
he
happened?
just went out of town.
Oh,
right?
fuck, dude.
He just went out of town, right?
Yeah.
And so he texted me on
I was in
Friday.
Chattanooga for like 4 days.
Friday morning, they're like on the way to Tennessee, and he's
Yeah.
like, hey man, do you think we could just like
This
X
was my
this
train of
weekend,
thought.
X this weekend, so I can enjoy my vacation? And I was like, you
Go
can
ahead.
do whatever you want to do, dog. I said, but I'll be here
Yeah.
doing the damn thing.
And what I
the
said.
mat.
And you said,
On
I'll
the
remember
mat.
that, or
Yeah.
you remember that?
I said, remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that, bro.
Okay, dude.
My
You know what you
my
need.
train of thought was like, yo, let's both like just have a good chill 4 days. We'll add that on to the end of the competition. So it's like
But then you're restarting the whole 2 months.
you're not restarting it.
You are.
You kind of.
Yeah.
I'm with him on that. You
Putting
kind of
all
are
the
I
stuff
understand
back in
the
your
logic.
body. You're putting all the
Hold
stuff
on.
back in your body you don't want in your
You're
body.
supposed to be on my side.
but
Yeah.
Wait,
Hold
I
up.
want to tell
Hold
you
up.
that
But-
I'm
but
right.
Shut the fuck up with logic.
yeah, see, this is
Yeah.
okay. Go ahead.
I don't want you to tell me that I'm wrong when
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
feeling so right
You
now.
decided to get in on this with me. You knew what you were getting into. There's gonna be some push and some pull.
That he was gonna beat you. I mean, he knew that.
I know.
yeah,
that, yeah.
because you got fat, dude.
dude,
I
I
did.
Damn.
This is not because
I'm
I needed
thick,
it.
dog.
I said, let's lose weight.
Mhm.
That's me saying you need to lose weight.
Okay. Yeah.
Me, this is a good friend. You're
Truth.
missing the whole
This
Yeah,
is
but you
quickly
wanna-
turned
do you
into
wanna
a
cut-
therapy
This-
session.
this-
Do you want to cut back
escalated.
to the clip of 2 weeks ago when you were like, "You're gonna get buried"?
You said
You remember how
we
much
said
shit
we
you were
never go
talking?
back.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, you did
Previous
say we never
episodes.
go back.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, hold on. I want to address both. Yes. But also, I'm trying to kickstart your life, dude.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
You're in your
okay.
20s. You'll never be there again. Look at me. Never going back.
Damn, dude, you might be camping, bro.
What do you mean? No. No. Okay, so we don't have a punishment set. The idea of... Yeah, okay, I'll agree to the camping.
See, that's
thing.
what I was
I'll agree.
wondering. What
Shake on
happens
it.
when you
Shake on
lose?
it. I'll agree.
On the camping?
Yes.
What's
But you
mine?
know what mine is.
Wait.
The marathon?
Are you
Yep.
are you left-handed?
I am not.
Okay,
Whatever.
there you go.
can shake all my hands. But that's
can shake
you're
all my
running it
hands.
with
You
me.
can
shake
The marathon?
Yes.
Okay, but you Hold on, hold on. Camping, 2 days.
Now you're adding it.
No, I'm saying it's you start at
This is
midday
his
on
clause.
Start
Sunday.
one like if it's a
You have a
7th,
night, and it's
Tense
24 hours.
negotiations.
24 hours.
24
okay,
hours.
Yeah, that's fine.
24 hours. No phone, just a camera.
Ooh.
That's what we talked about.
I
No
will
phone, just the
agree to
camera.
that. Hold on, but like that means like no Wi-Fi where I'm going.
Yeah, 100%.
That's
You're,
not fair.
you're in the woods. You're camping.
I mean,
There's
like,
no
where does the
Wi-Fi in the
Wi-Fi
woods.
come
There was no like you gotta be in.
He
the
said
Bears.
camping.
You know?
Where are you camping at, my dude?
It's like out back.
It's gonna be right fucking.
You said camping.
Yeah, I'm thinking like
He's gonna go
yeah,
to a
I'll go
Walmart
camp,
parking
but
lot.
I'll be watching YouTube for the
No,
majority of that time.
No, dude. No phone. Just a camera.
What the fuck do you want to do to me, dude?
I want you to catch some
How do you know I
content
will be
raw
there?
in
I mean,
nature.
this is like
with
naked
no
and alone.
influences.
How do you know I'll be
I'll
there?
be there to come pick you up.
Some people naked and alone
trust
podcast.
It worked for
I don't trust
Les
that.
Stroud.
Yeah,
Bear
right.
Grylls got found.
Yeah, Bear
sometimes.
Grylls.
I mean, you have to document the whole thing, so
Right.
he'll know that way.
Yeah.
I had to be dead alone.
You
Yeah.
just
Yes.
You just
How
need
do you
to
know I'm
organize
safe?
I mean, but
flares.
He's
What if
not.
I died?
You
He's
need a
not
flare
saying
gun.
he's gonna
Honestly-
drop you off in the middle of the Everglades.
Yeah,
he's
I'm
probably
not
just
gonna-
gonna
it's-
make you go to Blackwater.
Yeah, it's not like I'm not gonna like tie your.
Have you thought
eyes
about
up and,
pigeons
like,
for
push you out.
signals? You could have like a bird.
Yeah.
that is true.
I'm thinking avoiding all
Depending on-
living items while we're out there.
I mean, you
I
could
don't
try
know.
these.
Like I will agree,
Mhm.
and we'll figure out the details.
Well, hold on.
Mm.
Whoa.
What's up?
I mean, those are the details. That's it.
So no phone, only a camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like
A
you got
camera,
you got a lot of
Cameron.
wiggle room there, though. You got
And that's what 2 days, 2 nights, or 2 days.
No.
2 days.
Watch your-
It's.
Hey, bud.
Hey.
slow
starting
down,
to step
slow
real
down.
high.
Do you think that equals a
This is only your
marathon,
first
though?
episode.
We're
Do
gonna
you
get
think that
kicked
equals
out.
me running a marathon, though?
I
No.
absolutely do not want to camp.
No, like a
26 miles.
Okay, so
no. That is not the
That's
same
what
at
I'm
all.
saying.
Bro, cut his mic off,
That's
dude.
what I'm saying.
You're the
dude.
worst
He's like,
person.
I'm like, you go camp. I'm like, you go camp for a
Whose side
fucking
are you
night.
on, dude?
I'm like, go camp for a night, be by
I
yourself.
am
It'll be great.
neutral.
That's
He's
fair.
like, I
Like,
hate it.
That sounds cool.
I'm
Probably don't
he's
like
like,
things.
it's like, I want you to change your entire life so,
So
you can run
mad.
26
Did you see what happened there,
miles.
though? That was a sweet spot to leave your glass.
Apparently,
Risky
yeah,
business.
But listen,
Right.
but listen,
You're right.
but listen. his little, hey, you can't have your phone with you.
Yeah.
I'm running it with him.
I mean, but he's not gonna have his
But you
phone
wanna
on the
run it.
marathon either.
I want to run it.
All this is about our friendship, bro.
I will admit-
I want to bond together.
Hey, how about
Go ahead.
if,
You admit.
if
Okay,
he's
so
got a...
wait.
Hold on to your thing, because
Okay, I'll hold on.
From a logical standpoint, okay, let's weigh the pros and cons of the
Yes.
scenario because there are two differing viewpoints and they have like very different interests in this
And you
situation.
shut the fuck up. Let
Yeah.
him talk.
So you don't want to be lost in the wilderness for 2 days with nothing to contact people because that stresses you out. That's a really stressful situation. You don't want to run a marathon because, admittedly, unless you're a marathon runner, they're really hard and they fucking suck. Running is not fun unless you're good at it, and it takes time to get good at it. So you got to suck a little bit. So I mean, I'd say equally. Like, granted, it is 26 miles. That's a hefty run, but you could jog.
But
You
guess
could
what?
shuffle.
You won't be alone.
You'll have a buddy,
But,
and that's
okay.
what's important.
This is
Because
really,
he will
this is
not
really,
have a
look, this
buddy.
is really saying a lot about us individually. I want a friend.
See,
He wants me to
See?
be by
I
myself.
want you to suffer. I want you to suffer.
He
and
wants.
that's what's happening.
He doesn't love anyone in his life. Is what he's saying.
And I want
But I
him to
mean,
suffer.
if you're doing the marathon with him,
Yes.
then he's got to go camping with you. That's the only way it's fair.
Ooh.
That's the only way it's fair.
I do like that.
No,
Well,
but
hey,
the whole
hey,
point.
little-
No, but the whole point is to
hey,
make
bud,
you
bud.
scared.
But
That little-
he's going to be doing
Whoa,
something he
brother.
doesn't want to
Separate
do either way.
Separate
Yay.
tents. Separate
Yeah.
tents. No, see, I don't think that adds up though.
See, I think we would
But
have
you
too
could
much
have your phone, you
fun.
could not.
You could observe him.
No,
Just
because
like-
then he'll just be cuddled up next to me watching YouTube. While
See,
I'm watching
honestly,
YouTube.
I really
No,
feel
that's
like
also
we would
fair.
have
Make
too
him
much
set his
fun
own
if he
tent?
camped with.
Right, if we're
It would be
camping
a-
together,
a
it would be a
giggle.
good
Yeah, it
time.
wouldn't be as fun.
It would be a fun time.
Yeah.
The point is for it to suck.
I mean,
That's
you could
the
just
point.
be a sucky partner. You could
That-
just make him do everything and have it like a really shitty
Yeah.
situation.
Order
I don't
Domino's.
wanna
I
go-
can't have it with you.
Yeah, like accidentally spill shit all over your stuff. That'd be fun.
You
I'm not
see,
gonna
you
take
could
it
just
in.
be a shitty
It
person.
could be really. I could be really mean about it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
I think
there's no
there's-
clause
there's
about
something
that.
Here
There's something
and
there.
we should
There
shake
is.
on this.
Yeah, there is
We should
definitely
shake on this being the
definitely-
punishment.
The marathon and the camping.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that's fair.
And I'm down to negotiate details, and I will give you the.
Are you down to negotiate mileage? Because let's talk mileage.
You understand what a marathon is? It's not.
now where he's
46
like, you understand
miles.
how this works.
Yeah.
You either finish or you don't.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then let's negotiate camping.
Uh,
I get Game Boy Color with a backlit screen.
But if that is the case, then I do.
I like the backlit screen.
Because you don't need a.
I-
You
Then
don't
I'll
need a
do.
light.
I can
I
do
like
half
where your head's
marathon with Game Boy Color.
Let me think about this.
I think that's fair. That's a fair tap point. He has to.
I think
mean,
that is pretty fair. I do think that is
I think
pretty
13
fair.
miles is
Do you have
still
do you
a
have
fuck
any
ton of
do you have
miles.
any history
That's
with
a
long
lot.
distance running?
I've ran a couple 5Ks and a 10K, but I
Okay.
don't do it.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, you've done it before, so I mean,
I've run
it's
a
gonna
couple
suck, but it's not like
5Ks.
Yeah.
you have no muscle memory and you're gonna like break.
Have
your
you
feet.
camped before?
By myself?
Mm.
No.
But I've never run a half marathon before.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You could help him
I
pitch
think
the
it-
tent.
Doesn't
before
mean you won't
leave him in
really
the
Whoa,
like
woods.
it.
whoa!
Get him set up to survive.
I don't know.
Pitch my tent, dude.
Yeah,
I
Pitch
ain't-
the
I
tent.
ain't
Pitch
pitched
his
Go
tent,
ahead,
I
dude.
will. I will.
If you can't pitch your pal's
Help
tent
me.
I will
help me get up.
redirect
You know
in the
what I'm
Pine
saying?
Barrens,
Yeah. Half marathon and Game Boy Color.
Do you have a Game Boy Color?
Absolutely. I'm on deck, dog.
Okay.
I'm
that would
I'm
never have been brought to the
supplied.
table.
I was about to
if it
say,
wasn't
he's
an
just
option.
like-
yeah, Pokemon Colors on deck too. So
I'm good with half marathon there. I'm
let
good
us-
with it.
I think we shake on that. That seems fair.
I think that's a fair.
God, I feel peer pressure.
There is.
I mean, you brought this
I'm
up.
very
You brought
sorry.
us into this conversation.
there is some.
I didn't ask you.
You've been a shitty dick the whole time. This
feel
guy I
he
like.
paid you before you came over.
I'm out.
There's some extra shit going on here.
No, it's just another.
Half marathon though.
I'm reasonable.
That's 13
That's
miles, man.
That's fair.
That's a lot of miles.
That is a lot of miles
That
for
is a lot of
somebody who
miles.
doesn't run
I
often.
don't run.
It's not a run.
Okay, but
I would
I'll agree
rather
to all
bike.
of this.
I would rather bike 30 fucking miles. than
I'll
do-
agree to all this if you agree to attempt to do it unbroken. That
You
means
mean
no
not-
stopping.
Like
Jesus
walking?
Christ.
Yeah, no walking.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Attempting. I didn't say you had to.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna attempt to.
Give me your fucking
Yeah, I'm gonna
best.
attempt to. Yeah.
He's gonna pass out 3 miles in.
I love it.
You're fucked, brother. You are fucked.
You better get some running shoes, dude.
Okay.
I'm just telling you.
Okay.
Mine don't fit you.
Okay.
They're way too big.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
All right.
Damn.
I feel a lot of weight on me,
Yeah.
You're fine.
You should.
and it's gonna come off.
You get
You hear me?
Yeah, we'll
in the
see.
woods.
We'll
That
see.
chip
I'm
on his
going
shoulder's
to
going
dark.
away.
We'll see how many times you weigh yourself in again between now and the ending.
Brother, that was a lapse of judgment.
It's tough. It's tough. Hope you had a good weekend too. I hope you partied it up a little bit.
I actually didn't.
Yeah.
He had a
I-
shitty
I
weekend. He had a
didn't-
terrible weekend.
He was guilty.
All
the whole
because of
time.
you.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
legs are fucked up right now.
Good, man. Good.
He's like, I had to do push-ups at a bar. Everybody else was drinking. I was doing push-ups.
Yeah, it was a weird.
Everybody was
I-
looking at me.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well,
this is wild what we're about to do.
done, dude.
I'm
We're
glad.
fucking over it.
I've only recently become involved, and I'm glad it's done. It was nice. It
That
was a
was
good way
a-
to handle it.
That was a good.
You
That
did
was
well.
good.
Yeah, I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah,
It's on my mind.
it is.
This whole day is
You're
fucked
probably gonna
now.
lose so much weight now because you're more focused.
Yeah, you're gonna
Oh,
be a
absolute-
skeleton.
dude.
Dude, I'm already cutting. I'm already cutting.
He's cutting right now, just talking about it.
That's
Already
fine,
cut.
dude.
He's flexing right now.
That's fine.
It's like micro.
Yeah.
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 Good shit.
See, the problem is if I like you have an amount to lose, and I get the idea of where you're going with it, like where you're trying to end, and if you get there, you will be safe. If I get to where I have to beat that number, we're looking
This
at
is
like
what-
you might not have a best friend anymore.
what you asked for.
It is.
He said,
and some
"Yo,
people
this is
what
ask
you asked
for things
for.
they don't want to receive.
He said, "You're fat. I'm not. This sucks."
Hey,
Yeah.
dude, this is what he wanted. This is what he's gonna
That's
get.
that's fair.
I'm gonna try.
Do your best. I have
Like
faith in
hell.
you.
Do you run marathons often?
Not often.
Not even once.
Never.
Not even one time.
But I
Yes, you
am
ran
training for a marathon.
But he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Eye of the tiger.
But I love running. I love running.
I'm saying that's what you need.
He
You need like
doesn't
a
like
training
running.
montage.
Yeah.
You just throw some 80s music on. Do some quick cuts.
How do you? Somebody needs to write another like "Eye of the Tiger" like inspirational song. Do you just like? Do you have to have it on like a good movie? Like, how do you get that song?
I think it's got to be.
They did write a second one. When it was like, I've got the eye of the tiger.
Oh, Katy Perry.
Yeah, that's the second eye of the tiger, no?
But it doesn't.
What was that?
No, I'm
Isn't that
saying
the
like
same-
another.
I mean, like I don't want to
I'm
climb
not talking
a
about
mountain.
a.
to that particular. Like if I'm about,
doesn't
if
hype
I'm about
me
to
up.
fail in a competition.
Yeah. Don't put on
Well,
Katy
yeah.
Perry.
Eye of the tiger.
Hey,
I got it.
that should be negotiated. That should be in on it. Like that's the only thing you can listen to during the run.
Oh fuck!
Wow.
That's
That'd be
fucked.
tough.
You want me to quit?
You'll run
You want me
faster.
to quit?
You run
Yeah.
fast.
Only Katy Perry endless
Dude,
loop.
no.
You'll be so
That
fast.
Rocky 4 soundtrack, dog, got me fucking hyped.
That's what I'm saying, man.
But no, I don't think there has been another like
No, there's not another
same
song.
caliber of song like that. But I think you do have to have it on a movie that is kind of in that genre of like.
But do you think they wrote it for that part of the movie, or they were just like, "Yo, we're gonna write the most epic fucking song in the world,"
I don't know.
and they were like, training montage?
I think
Yeah.
it just ties so well into that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just
It was
hit a
just
chord at the right
ideally
time.
placed.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Survivor was like, we should write a
Iconic.
song about tigers, and they were like, you know what that song's about? Not tigers. Boxing.
Oh, damn. Since we're talking about music, I wanted to get into, and this is going to be a good on-the-fly top three. Our top three most overrated artists of any genre. Your top three that you're like, this comes on, or your best friend loves this
You're trying to
shit,
get
and
us
you're just
canceled.
like, fuck this.
You're trying to get us canceled.
I do. I want to be canceled.
Ooh,
Cancel us.
popular bands that I don't like.
Popular bands or popular artists?
Okay,
Which
okay,
way are we
okay.
going?
That's easy.
Well, you can do anything, but this is how you have to do it. You have to go, if you're going to have an honorable mention that doesn't make the list, you can say those first. Like, yo, these suck, or they are just so overrated, whatever. And then you go 3, 2, pause. Then you do the same thing. Then you do the same thing. Then I do the same thing. And then you reveal your number ones.
Okay.
Easy.
So we
Okay.
can talk about it all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay,
I
so
already wrote my list.
honorable mention is going to be Greta Van Fleet, because
That's a heater right there.
they're just a copy and paste of Led Zeppelin. That's all I'm going to say on that. My
Shout out Jason and Cherokee. That's their favorite band of all time.
It's like we're actually sponsored by Greta Van Fleet.
I hope so.
Get out.
MGK is probably going to be my number 3, because I absolutely hate MGK.
Is he rated at all?
Absolutely dislike. I won't say I hate anybody.
Yeah.
Because he's just overhyped on what he's actually able to do.
Yeah.
And he's mad that anybody white else can rap.
Yeah.
He also hates that.
Yeah.
If
It's
anybody
just
else white raps, him automatically shoots it.
That's a weird flex.
It is weird.
Like,
I don't get it, man. Like,
that's like saying that like you're the only person that can be like the weird kid in the class that eats bugs. You know, it's like it's like,
He's
but
an
only
odd-
me. Yeah, it's
yeah,
like
it's
I'm
an
gonna be the
odd
king
thing
of a
to-
microcosm. Like, what a
Yeah.
strange thing.
number 2. That's gonna be a tough one. I don't know. Come back to me on number 2.
Really?
Because I have a number 1, but I need a number 2.
I think everybody has that number 1.
I've got number 1.
I wonder
I'm
if anybody
working on
else's
my
number
list.
1's going to be mine. Is your number 1 just going to try to hurt me?
Huh?
Is your number 1 just going to try to
I
hurt
don't
me?
know.
I want to hear
Okay,
them.
well, then probably not.
Like, they seem like they're well fleshed out. What do you got? Go for it.
I'm not doing my number 1.
Yeah, I'm
No,
not
yeah.
yet.
You
Just
gotta
do your-
do-
we're still on like honorable mentions.
I mean,
and
you gotta do
three.
yours.
Dude,
You have
honorable
mentions?
honorable
Do you have
mentions.
honorable
MGK was a slapper.
That is
right
a
there.
good
That
one.
is a
That is a good
absolute
one.
stud of a
That
pick.
wasn't on my list prior.
Yeah.
but it adds up.
Yeah,
Jelly roll. Number 2, jelly roll.
Ooh.
There we go. Yep.
That one.
I'm gonna. Yeah.
I don't like-
I'm
you
gonna
know-
cut deep on hard.
I'm gonna just say I don't like Fallout Boy.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Okay,
that's-
I like
yeah,
old
okay.
Fallout
Okay.
Boy. I don't like
don't-
new Fallout
okay.
Boy.
I'll say I don't listen enough to even know like.
It's just like one of
Yeah.
those things. Like I hear like any of their songs.
He's just mad because I played the fucking "Sugar We're Going Down" little drum beat, and
He
it
does,
went
and he
really.
fig-
It
yeah.
did really well on TikTok.
Well, no, like he knows that I hate it, right? So like he figured out that I dislike
throws it
that
in there
band,
again.
and like we'll be in the middle of a warm up or like sound check, and I'll just like, and everybody's like, oh, and I'm like, fuck, Fallout Boy, we're not gonna play that.
Now I
And
just
then
do it
everyone's
randomly during our
disappointed
set.
because they actually like Fallout Boy.
Yeah.
But
That was your number 2 was Fallout Boy? Or what
No,
was
Jelly
it was
Roll.
more like a. It was more like a
Jelly
honorable
Roll was my
mention
number
for me.
two.
Three.
That's right. Wow.
I gotta write some of these down.
Honorable mention: Playboy Cardi and Lil Uzi Vert. I don't get it.
Yeah.
It just seems like you want to not try.
I like
is
Lil
the
Uzi
theme.
Vert a little bit, but
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi's not my thing.
I mean, some of the things that he does is catchy. Where he's like, "What was that one?" It's like the beat lasts forever, and he's like, "Damn."
Oh, yeah.
I just think that's one of those things where like I have to like I'm just not the target audience for it. You know, like
I will say I like
there
some
are
of the
people that
songs
will think
they're
it
in.
bops. Like it's just
Yeah.
I didn't catch it. You know.
It all depends on what kind of hip hop it is. I'm more of like I like Run the Jewels, like Killer Mike,
Yeah.
that kind of
I do also.
like
Or the
stuff
new-
like that.
the new Kill 'Em
Okay,
All.
and then we can do
I knew
at the
Killer
end
Mike,
of this.
though.
We could do an underrated. Your just like a number
Yeah,
one, number
that's
one
it.
underrated or something.
That's a
My
good
man's
one.
on his Spotify right now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's,
I'm
I
he's-
feel
trying
like
to put a
that's-
list together.
he wants a good one. I respect
Well, because
that.
what happens is I put people on my list and then I forget it as soon as
Yeah.
I put, and I'm like, who did I just have there?
Yeah.
I don't want to fly off the hip.
I'll do my number 3 real quick because
Yeah, we're-
this one is arguable because some people think that she is, I don't know, such a generational singer, and I just don't feel the energy.
Oh
Or
man, this one's
Lady Gaga, I don't get it. I get the like, you're creating like a different energy or a vibe or whatever, and it's like a lot of people have liked what you've done in the past, but I don't think your singing is that great.
Yeah, okay, so I will say that there are better singers. I like her writing style, and I respect the fact that she writes a lot of her own
And
songs.
she dresses crazy, so
She
people
doesn't
think
really
she
do
is an
that
icon.
anymore, though.
Which
She
is
did that
cool.
when she
Switched after the-
started.
yeah.
She did that to get a name for herself, but when was the last time she did that?
I don't know.
She definitely
Exactly.
hasn't worn a meat
I try not
dress
to
in a
hear
while.
or listen or see her.
Did you know? Fun
okay.
fact: I found out they preserved her meat dress. It is on display.
Oh, no.
They like vacuum seal it. Or
I
do
don't
they-
know how what
Is it
they
like a
did.
jerky
they-
dress
It's
now?
pretty much going to be a
It's
jerky
dry
dress, I'm
age.
guessing.
Oh,
Could you-
No.
Yeah, they preserved her meat dress. It's on display. So if you guys are
Her
interested
meat
in
curtain
her meat
just hanging
dress,
out somewhere.
See, I would have turned it into jerky and sold it.
oof.
You could get $1,000 bag of Lady Gaga jerky.
You could probably get $100,000 bag of Lady
Oh,
Gaga
dude.
Yeah, that's
jerky.
what they should have done.
That's what
I
I'm
feel
saying.
Like
Should've
jerky,
done.
Gaga
That's what I'm
jerky.
saying.
I
Gaga
mean,
jerky.
people sold bathwater, like gamer girl bathwater.
Yeah.
Somebody would pay for Gaga jerky.
And somebody got like sick as fuck from drinking it too.
Yeah.
okay. He paid for that illness.
Crazy.
Yeah, that guy probably got like some kind of intestinal worm or something. Like I'm a parasite now, but I drink some bathwater.
It's gamer girl bathwater. It's gonna cure everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 2 would have to be Ed, and I don't know how you say his last name.
Sheeran?
Sheeran?
Bro, you took
I love
mine.
Ed Sheeran.
I don't like Ed Sheeran either.
I love Ed Sheeran.
I don't get it.
I'm a
don't
pop
get it.
guy. See, I like pop music. I like sad
Now, when
pop
people
music.
redo his songs, always slap.
But have
It's
you
him,
seen
his
like?
voice?
But have you seen like
Yeah.
his live stuff before? Have you ever seen like what he does to build his songs?
Do you understand what
'Cause
this
he
list
gets.
is? This is overrated. So I'm trying not to listen to this.
It's like,
But
I don't want
I'm
you to
trying-
tell me. I don't want you to tell
don't
me.
win me over.
You
why
wanted
I
to
like
talk about
Ed
this.
Sheeran.
But like I will see like he'll go up at a stadium in front of 30,000 people by himself with a guitar and he'll be like, "Yo, this is what I do. You hear my songs on the radio. I play loops." So he'll build his song on a loop station that he's custom built to build up to the point to where he can play it.
Okay, but
So
what
it's
about the
all
Mark
him.
Ruble guy? That
Mark
motherfucker-
Ribley, I watch his
He does
stream
Coachella.
I watch his stream every Sunday.
So he's as good as Ed Sheeran.
Hell yeah. He's
Better.
I would say he's a better songwriter than Ed Sheeran, but
I love the passion in your hatred for
he
Ed Sheeran.
doesn't
Yeah, so fuck
Maybe
it.
even better than Ed Sheeran.
he
Fuck Ed
doesn't-
Sheeran.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the
If
marketability
Ed Sheeran never sees
and
this, he's gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
and I will say I've heard people say as well like Ed will go out and do like a 40-song set, 30-song set or whatever and then come back and be like, "Oh, while I was up there I wrote the chorus of this other song." So he's literally
So he's
playing his
autistic.
songs
Awesome.
and writing songs inside of his
I'm
head.
happy for him. Look, I think he's probably
I'm
a
out.
good person.
I'm out.
I think he's probably a good person. Like I'm sure I could just like, "Hey, you're cool, dude. What's up?" But I don't want
I'm not here for the Sheeran hate. I'm not here
Yeah.
for it.
That's what this is about, bro.
Yeah.
That's my number 2. I think my number 1's gonna set a fire in this room.
Oh god. Okay, so I've got my number 3 as Charlie Puth. Not a fan of Charlie
Oh
Puth.
my god, you
I just
guys are
can't do
doing
it.
like
He's gonna
the
go home and
fucking
cry
I
tonight.
just can't. I'm
See,
sorry.
I don't
I'm sorry,
understand
dog.
why he didn't just
My
become an
playlist.
actor.
So I
Yeah.
will say like
Because he
as
seems
a
like he could be a good actor.
Yeah.
as a pop guy, I will say I don't gravitate towards like those guys as much. I gravitate more towards like the Louis Capaldis, like the really like
Yeah.
super sad.
Yeah, dude,
Like
he's
I just
way
love
better than
super
Ed
sad stuff, the
Sheeran.
1975 stuff. But like
He
I
does the
feel
same
like
thing.
those dudes, like Charlie Puth and Ed Sheeran, are kind of the same dude, and they kind of put out the same stuff. But it's like they both write songs for other people as well. So it's like I also feel like they kind of give their best material to other people. And then they're just like, okay, well, I have these songs that I've written. Like Charlie Puth wrote his new album with what's the guy who is in Little Dicky's show, the producer guy.
Oh, Gator?
No,
No ID?
no, like he's like a famous producer, whatever his name is. He wrote it with him, and like he does like all of the bangers for everybody.
Oh, I don't know.
Benny
Blanco.
Benny Blanco.
Yeah.
He
Oh,
wrote the
word.
entire new album with Benny Blanco, and I was like, this is gonna be a banger. And like none of them even got nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that.
He might
Grammy.
suck.
Grammy.
It's adding up now.
So I
This
respect
makes
it,
so much sense.
but I see reasons why.
Yeah.
You on my
Code
team?
Yeah.
Kind of.
So, were you saying
kind
my
of.
picks were good?
My number 2 is Cardi B.
I
just
agree
can't
there.
get behind it, dude. I cannot get behind it.
Yeah.
I can't.
I think there's
Too
going to be a
much.
lot of head nodding in here. Yeah.
Oh, no.
That makes sense.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I get it.
I've got
I think
two.
that's right time, right place, dating the right person in the right industry. Like Cardi B was with Offset for like ever. Offset Migos was fucking huge
Yeah,
when
yeah,
she
yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
And then you did basically a mock song of Kodak Black's song.
That's all you
and
need.
that was like on the fucking top of the world. And then yours went even bigger than that.
Yeah.
Wild.
And then yeah.
I mean, that's all you need these days,
Yeah.
though. It's just one song.
yeah,
That's all you've
also you
ever
were on a
really
TV
needed.
show before that. So you had like a lot of like push and it just popped.
She was on a TV show?
She was on
Flavor?
Love and Hip Hop.
Yeah, Love and Hip Hop.
Really?
She was a stripper
Oh.
with like bad teeth.
Oh.
Yeah, she got everything redone.
Hey man, a lot can change with good teeth. I'll never know. Yeah,
Good point.
yeah, it's crazy.
I do agree there on Cardi B. I think there are better female rappers out there. I mean, just better rappers in general. It doesn't even have to be
Yeah.
female rappers. Just better rappers in general
Yeah.
that could have her popularity and
So
do a lot
much-
more with it.
So much salt flying through the air right now. There are
Did
people
you do
watching
your
me
3
like,
and
"Fuck
2
this."
already?
He
I
didn't
did
do
my
his
3.
two.
I haven't done my 2. I'm
Your 3 was
still-
Fall Out
Do you have
Boy.
it too?
3 was Fall Out Boy.
You gotta do two.
That I'm itching to say my 1 because I just want to twist it on some people.
Chris is gonna drop Weezer or something.
He goes, don't
said-
tempt me.
Not a bad pick.
They had two good albums, and I'll leave it at that. Two. And,
But
and
overrated.
One
It's got to
single.
be overrated.
Ooh, yeah. Fuck me, man. I'm trying to think of somebody that like is worth the overrated hype. I don't know. Circle back. I'm gonna marinate on that a minute.
Okay. Well,
You want me to say my number one?
yes.
Yeah. Give me
I've
your number
got
one.
I've got an honorable mention, and then I've got a number one. My honorable mention is going to be Bad Omens.
Okay.
Because
They are popping up everywhere.
They are one of the biggest bands in the world right now, and I don't get it.
Oh.
But it also is like everybody's trying to copy them, and every song kind of sounds like Bad Omens these days, and I'm not here for it. You know, more power to them. I respect what they do, but I think that they're overrated.
Now, what if they said, we will play Heat in the Streets?
They'll probably want $200,000.
But what if they said,
Just
Yep,
pro
totally.
bono, whatever that means?
Yeah, of course.
Do it.
I mean, I'm
You
not
just
gonna
gotta throw 'em a pro
Whatever
bone.
So
Just throw some pro bones
It's
at
just
it.
like that I Prevail band. Like, I'm not a huge fan of I Prevail,
All right,
but
well, you're murdering your set list.
that's fine.
Next year.
But I respect what they do, and if they want to, I wouldn't ever turn down the opportunity to collaborate with somebody. But my number one is somebody who will never work with us because we are way off their radar. Number one is Ice Spice. I think she
Oh,
is.
wow, but that's not even big enough.
Ice Spice.
Spice
She
just-
is huge these days.
Yeah,
don't
but
like Ice
her
Spice?
flame is like, she went,
I just feel like
She's
she's
already back
overrated.
down.
I don't get it. I
You're a
just haven't
munch.
gotten it. Like.
you're a
Because you're a
I just
munch.
don't get it, man.
Yeah.
See, like, miss me with the Ice Spice.
Bro, you thought she was feeling you, dude.
But in fact, you're a munch.
You got mad.
Oh, fuck.
That's wild, dude. That's a wild number one. I would have never guessed would have been.
Number two is Architects.
We gonna fight.
Look, man,
We gonna fight.
it's just a personal opinion.
Your list is directed so hard at him.
Yeah.
Not necessarily. No. Honorable mention is Jimmy Buffett. Fucking
Oh,
hate.
wow.
dude.
Fuck Jimmy
I
Buffett.
hate Jimmy Buffett.
Huh.
It's an anti-Jimmy Buffett podcast.
Hate Jimmy Buffett. Just hard no. Miss me with that shit.
You can miss me with Margaritaville.
Cheeseburger and fuck off.
Oh, God.
Don't like Jimmy Buffett here.
All right, so where are we at? Like that was two. That was honorable
Fuck
mention.
off.
We're at
Yeah,
one.
I'm done.
Yes.
And apparently my number one wasn't as
Number one?
spicy as I
That's
thought.
that's
Ice,
deadly territory.
not
I don't want to
spicy.
waste my number one. Like I want to have a heater on my number one.
Oh, dude, I feel like there's only one number one heater, and I got it.
I want to hear it.
You
wanna
drop
hear
your
yours
number
before
one.
I
Yeah,
do
like
mine.
let's drop.
You go with
this.
yours.
I don't think y'all's are
go-
mine.
you go-
Based
It's like,
off of the
frankly, I don't
feel-
think that
Go
yours
with
are going to be
yours.
as good as mine, and I want to
Yeah,
fit
yeah,
it.
Yeah.
Go with yours.
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
number one fan base in the fucking
Oh,
world,
brother.
bro.
I think I know where you're going.
Hey, dude, and I'm gonna burn some bridges.
Are you
And they
going
probably
to-
don't listen.
Are you going
I
to?
think I know what's happening.
Oh yeah, brother!
I knew
Dude,
it was
the
happening.
most. I mean, just
Okay. All right.
okay.
Before you say it,
Yeah.
the old school,
Oh,
dude, them old school fucking hitters.
I don't even
dude.
know.
Some old school hitters. I'll be
It's like-
honest.
See,
like
and that's
I don't
how I
think
know
I
you're
have it.
soft and you ain't gonna lose the weight. Because you think those are the hitters that are driving you
Dude, them old school rigs.
to pound.
That's why you'll always be soft.
Yeah.
Them old school
Can you
hitters,
can you
dude,
drop
I'm
that number
telling you,
one?
man.
You're gonna be pushing 10-pound weights on each side. Individuals thinking you're bench pressing, listening to old school albums.
Dude, hit him with it.
Bro, all the Swifties can fucking jump off a bridge, bro. Taylor Swift sucks the biggest nuts I've ever seen.
I'm not touching this one.
It's tough.
I'm not touching this one.
Bro, she literally said karma is a breeze. Do you not nobody hold on.
Sounds like
She has never heard the definition for the word karma. She doesn't understand what the fuck that word means.
personal
I think he's just done a lot of digging on her. You know what I mean? And he's
I
got a
see
crush on
that.
her. And
There's no crush.
Is she
There's
too
He's
tall
like,
for
no.
you?
Huh?
Is she just too tall? Is that why you're mad?
No,
what's up?
What is her height?
I don't think she's
5
that
foot.
bad either.
She's like 6 foot something.
I feel it.
She's 6 foot something.
I think she's like 6 foot.
yeah, I think she's. I
She's
think
a tall
she's.
girl.
Not everything that's 6 foot is awesome because I'm 6 foot and I'm not awesome. Okay. Everything
okay,
about
so
her bothers me.
Can we just say that she is the greatest capitalist that has ever lived?
I don't know what that
Ever?
means. Okay.
Okay.
I'll give it to you.
She has sold more tickets to this tour than any other tour this year or last year or in the last 10 years. She has all 100 number one streaming days.
I love these stats.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Every 100 or every day that has the top streaming for the artist.
Now we found the guy that's got the Taylor Swift shirt.
Taylor Swift holds all 100 days because she has the top streaming.
Hold on.
Australia-
Say that again.
Man's a
Say that again. What are you
Swiftie.
saying?
So for Spotify, they have a record.
Yes.
The artist for the most streams per day. They have
She's did it
100 days.
straight.
They have a record for the top 100
weird
days.
reason to
she
like
has
it, though.
all of them. I don't like Taylor Swift. I'm saying she's the
But
best
just to be
capitalist in the
clear-
world.
Yeah.
Okay, I will
Because
agree
she
that
can
she's-
sell some damn
she's
tickets
part of a
and she can
machine.
sell some
Yeah,
streams.
but I mean, like,
I
who
get it.
cares that she's good at
15% of
capitalism?
Australia tried to buy tickets to the Taylor Swift tour.
15% of Australia.
15% of
There's like
Australia.
100 people there, so like 15 people like Australia.
I'm just saying
is
that's
not
a
even
lot of
there.
fucking people.
Does Australia even exist? Have you been there?
Yes, it's a country.
Have you both been there?
No,
I think it's a
You can't
continent.
prove it.
You're right,
There you go.
and that frustrates me.
Yeah.
It's upside down.
So all 100 people that are just hanging out somewhere saying we're Australian.
Yeah.
Like 85 of those people are on TV. You know, we've seen them
Oh my
acting in
God.
movies and shit.
We are going to get canceled.
Dude, yeah.
Immediately.
I just if
I
you
didn't-
say some shit, I can't
I'm
even
trying to
believe
defend
you
T
like.
Swift over here.
Yeah, I don't know why.
She's
For-
a
just
great
let her-
capitalist.
It's just
a personal opinion.
It's
She's a great
because
capitalist.
it's because when I was younger, that was the music that. I mean,
Ah!
think about like my upbringing,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
people I was hanging out with.
Private
That's what they
school.
listened to.
Yeah.
So it was like, okay,
Private school.
that's cool.
He really was. That's
yeah,
not
I
a
was
joke.
fucking
Yeah.
baby private school. So like, yeah, that's like when I was young, that shit was fucking
Something
popping,
told
dude.
me.
That shit was popping.
Why did you know? Why did you know?
What is your number one?
I knew.
Mine?
Yeah.
Yeah, hold on. But why did you know I was going?
You said something, and I was like, oh, I know. Where
said
he's
number
going.
one
You
fan
said
base
something
in
about
the
fans.
world.
You said something about fans.
She
Yeah,
does
yeah,
have the
okay,
number
got it.
one fan base in the
Yeah,
world.
they're
she does.
fucking
Yeah.
retarded.
Did you see about the Beyonce fan thing? There's like a documentary thing about her fans and this one like crazy one that tried to like no.
No,
Didn't
but
you
go
hear about
ahead.
this?
I'm interested.
It's like
Yes, please.
it's like a documentary about apparently this one fan got caught trying to like send her a bunch of different like letters and stuff like that, and then try to like break into her house or something and like steal
Sick.
all kinds of wild shit. But I haven't watched it. Somebody was telling me about it, but
What
That
is it on?
shit's scary,
I think
man.
it's on Amazon.
Did you ever hear about that Selena Gomez one where that dude like killed himself in her front lawn?
What?
You didn't ever hear about that?
No.
Yeah,
This
apparently
is a
she had
documentary?
no. She had a stalker, and
Oh,
like
word.
he like found out where she lived and like shot himself in her front lawn.
Oh, what the fuck?
When she wasn't home, like she got a call from the cops, and they were like, "Do you know this guy?" And she's like, "Yeah, he's been stalking me. I have a restraining order against him." Don't
You-
quote me on this because I heard it on a
Yeah,
podcast
yeah.
that she was on.
You got to think like, what was his goal there? Like, if that was his goal to kill himself on her lawn, like, what was the thing?
Who
To get a
knows?
song written?
No, to make like probably to make
be
sure
remembered.
she knew who he was.
Yeah,
You
Well,
know,
he did it.
some people will go to extreme lengths.
I'm sure
He
she's
did.
like, is that shit off my lawn yet?
Yeah, she got
I'm
that whole
sure-
motherfucker resold.
Yeah. She goes, scrap the house.
There ain't even
I don't even need the house
When
anymore.
will we be in my new house?
Yeah.
exactly. He sells the house immediately.
Yeah. I don't live there no
Everything
more.
in it.
How
Dogs,
hard
we don't
would it
need
be
them.
to keep this room and replace everything else around me to the street because I feel like
Yeah.
I can afford that.
Yeah.
She can.
All right, cool, let's do it. And she
That's
just
wild.
stood there and waited.
Yeah.
Now, let me figure out real quick. Number one, is it a guy or a girl? Who's yours is a guy?
I think I'm gonna go guy too.
Okay. Is it rap? Okay. What genre is yours?
I don't know if I'm still on the fence.
Oh, word.
I'm in between two.
Well, you can do an honorable mention as well.
I've already used up my honorable.
No,
mention.
you
too.
can have as many.
No, I gotta be decisive on it.
Okay.
If it's gonna be a number one.
Do you
it's gotta
think
be
he needs to go first since
Yeah,
he
I
knows?
can go
Okay.
first.
Okay.
My number one overrated artist.
Okay. Tread lightly. Be careful.
It's
Tread
Drake.
lightly.
It's Drake.
He's-
It's 100% Drake.
Oh, it's 100% Drake. Yeah, I agree there.
100% Drake.
You had a
Isn't
number one
he-
you didn't pick, okay?
Isn't he like
Why?
pedophile?
Why is he overrated?
Yeah, why?
Because he is.
Because he talks to
Overrated?
14-year-old girls.
Overrated.
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 Hey, said it already.
I started this segment.
Overrated.
Do you understand what overrated means?
Yeah.
You don't like any of his songs.
No. Not a single Drake song.
Not a
No, I like some of their songs, but I
Brother,
think they are
we've
overrated.
Said some pretty...
I think Drake is overrated.
Okay.
That's fair.
100%. I don't think overrated means you don't like. There are some songs that I can listen to and be like, okay, yeah, that's cool.
I just feel like you could
but
have
he is
picked a better
overrated
one.
for sure.
I feel like you could have picked a better one. Like you.
Yeah.
I
Well,
feel like
didn't,
you would have
Hank,
liked the
but I
better
didn't.
number one. Yeah.
But I didn't.
Yeah,
And that's my number
Damn.
one. And
That's
there
what,
you go.
Damn.
that's what sucks.
Yeah.
Fucking put a bow on that one.
Kanye.
See, that was way better.
Kanye's not really
I
like
but I
much
don't-
of a topic these days because everybody hates
Yes,
Kanye.
But they hate Kanye just to hate Kanye. I feel like
I
feel like
disagree. I
I'm
think
saying-
the whole
I'm
like
saying
white supremacy thing probably did
What I'm
it,
saying
did it
is
in
as
like
a
for him.
person and
Yes, but
solely
like
looking
just
at his
music.
art. I thought he was overrated.
Good Morning is a great song.
I mean, and I'm not saying he didn't have great songs. It's just a personal opinion. But if that's going to be my number one, that's my number one.
Yeah.
I do agree.
What was? Can you at least just let us know what the thing that didn't make the list? The one that you were like on the fence of. You don't even have to call it honorable mention because I know you don't like that.
Selena Gomez.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
I don't even
big
know
one.
her songs. Like I don't know.
You
a
know, you
song.
say that, and then you go to her like her Spotify and
Just
start
wasn't a fan.
listening, and it's just like, oh, I know all of these songs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
See, it's like that sometimes. Like that.
You're like,
Booth
oh,
guy,
shit, that was-
I know there's a song I know, and I'm sure there's more. But I know he was
Who?
on. That
Charlie
Booth
Puth.
guy. Charlie
Charlie
Puth.
Puth.
He was on
The
Jimmy
Puth.
Fallon, and he did like the
The
fucking.
Puth.
He made the beat with
Yeah.
him, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's pretty cool," because he used things.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's a
Man,
pretty
he
cool
used
guy.
the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made the beat.
Like that,
Yeah.
brother.
I thought
like
that
You
was
see
that.
that mug? He made that noise with that mug on there. That's crazy.
See, you've
Man,
seen
that
the
shit was
clip.
cool.
Yeah, I've
See,
seen
he
it.
knows.
Yeah, yeah, he
I've
fucking
seen the
knows.
clip.
You're a
Yeah.
hater, dude.
He's like, you're making fun of me.
You're a hater, bro.
Oh,
All right.
man.
All right, most underrated artist or band or person.
Okay.
That's
That's tough. I don't know if I can narrow
I've
that
got
down,
one.
But I'll try and get one.
I'm so
I'll
bad
throw some
at
honorable
pronunciations.
And look, just to, and this is probably just so it fits me really good,
Yeah.
but this can fit anybody really
That's how it
good.
always is.
Okay,
I don't know,
Fuck
like, I would
you,
say-
dude. I think that you can make it to where, like you kind of were doing the capitalist thing. You can make it to where this
How do you
person
pronounce that?
does more.
His last name?
I don't want to take a stab at it, but I know who you're talking about. I have seen that video.
It's a good video.
That is a good video.
But this person can be like good at, underrated at everything they do. So it doesn't have to be just the music, but like they're primarily known for their music. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, because you already have somebody.
Yes.
Yeah, you already have
Yeah, yeah.
somebody.
Dave Bird. Underrated, bro. Lil Dicky. Amazing producer. Does amazing TV work. Amazing songwriter.
Yeah.
He's
Can I just
going
say that
to transition into be a stand-up comic.
the new season
That's gonna
kind of
slap.
sucked?
I think
the new season kind of sucked. Let's be honest. If we're gonna be real, like the first two seasons were solid. The new season kind of sucked.
I don't know. I liked all of them. I kind of felt like it was the same style as like Atlanta.
Yeah,
Like,
I could see
yeah.
that.
It's
Yeah,
very much plug and play, very similar.
it was just very
But
like.
I also feel like Childish Gambino is the same way. Like he is so fucking
That's a
good
good
at
pick also.
everything he
That's a really
does.
good pick.
But I don't think he's underrated.
I don't think he's underrated.
I don't think
I
he's
think he's
underrated.
perfectly-
He
I think
knows.
he's too much of a known quantity to be
Yeah,
underrated.
Yeah, he knows
exactly.
who he is.
Most underrated, Aesop Rock.
Aesop Rock is.
He's
yeah.
pretty fucking good. I didn't know about him for like, I mean, I guess ever. And then like somebody was like A$AP Rocky, and I was like, A$AP Rocky, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
And then they played it, and I was like, whoa, that's
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah,
I've had that same conversation with people,
yeah.
and they were like, they brought up that guy, and they were like, ASAP Rocky, and I was like, cool, but not the same guy. Let me show you this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish the song, or I wish the name wasn't so similar.
I think that, and I think
Because
also
that fucks with the.
he's like one of
the
those
energy.
people, in my opinion, that's like too intelligent for his own good to be marketable. You know what I mean? Like, I think there are some artists where it's just like too much all at once for like it to ever be widely popular. Because there's always going to be like a large portion of an audience that's just like, it's too much. I'm not into it. You know. But
Yeah.
like, if you take the time and like crack into a song, like, guy's a genius. His music is fantastic. Like 9 times out of 10, all of his beats are on point. His lyricism is insane.
Yeah.
I mean, dude's good.
Yeah, I
Very
think that's
underrated.
a really good pick.
Yeah, I definitely agree there.
What was yours?
Tobe Wingway.
Tobe Wingway?
Yeah, he's a rapper from Houston.
Okay.
I'm not sure if it's Tobe or Toby. It's TOBENWIGWE. Dude's a monster.
Word.
And he's like, he's done it all kind of himself, and he's like got great branding and great like message, and he's not like, he's all about like, he focuses more on like his family, like his wife's on a lot of his stuff. Like he's not just about like, I'm gonna go, talk about like drugs and strippers and all that stuff without like having a meaning. Like he's got a meaning behind his music, and like it's cool to see. And like I stumbled upon him when I was in Houston one day. Actually, it just came on one of my shuffles, and I was like, "Yo, this guy's dope." And I went to his visuals, and like he's got this like mint green color that he uses for everything, and like everybody's in that in all of his videos. And it's
his
just like
visuals are sick.
he cares, and it's not really, you don't see that very often with these like younger hip hop artists. I'm not saying he's a young guy, but you don't see that like that level of like care often in that community, and I think he's definitely underrated.
That's a bold statement.
I won't say in that entire community, but like you don't always see people doing like
I would
$500,000
just say he has
videos.
He has a standout marketing approach.
I will say that, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, bro? Also, Drake.
Honestly, underrated. Also Drake. No, I think honestly, Charlie Crockett is underrated. I don't think enough people listen to him, dude.
That's fair.
I
see what you're doing.
love that shit.
That's fair.
Dude.
Who's
I
that?
love that shit.
Charlie Crockett.
Yeah, he's like a considered
Folk
alt
country or
country.
something?
Yeah, like blues style, folky style country music.
Gorgeous
from
voice.
Texas to like New Orleans style stuff. I mean, he's an absolute killer. But he's starting to do some work with like Coulter Wall and some of those guys. But yeah, I think he's insanely underrated.
Can I go back and do a shout out for an honorable mention for an overrated?
Yeah.
I know you need to shout out our
He's gonna go
sponsors for the
Coulter
fest. You
Wall.
haven't done that yet.
Haven't done that yet.
What's up?
Sponsor list.
I will do that, but this is going to be, everyone's going to hate me for this. Morgan Wallen sucks.
I will say, I don't know how he's number one.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I get it. I get like
I mean, okay,
your country. I get it.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're not, dude. The other day, I was talking to you about this the other day. I looked on the top 100 on Apple,
Like,
and
most
he
of it's
was
Morgan
literally
Wallen.
like 27 of the top 100.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
And
fair.
his album was
Overrated
only
for
like
sure.
20
It's
like 30
songs,
something
and I'm like, so
songs, yeah.
7 came from the album before that.
Every single song. It's
I'm like, how the
ridiculous.
fuck does that? That's a good team,
He's on.
is a good team.
He's on this wave right now, dude. That's like
bro. He goes.
And every-
y'all caught me saying the N-word.
every
Cool.
college.
Watch this.
Every college sorority and whatever the other one is. What's the other one?
Fraternity.
Every single one of them is just dialed in on Morgan Wallen right
Dude,
now.
yeah.
Just don't
So
get
it's
it,
like-
man.
Hey, the South rose again through that guy.
Oof.
I mean, he just
Maybe-
was like-
maybe we don't.
I'm just saying,
Maybe
that's
we,
what he
let's,
did.
Maybe we need to bleep
I'm saying
that
what
one
he
a little
did.
bit.
That's
You know what I
right.
mean?
Not me.
We should
Edit.
edit
Not
that
me.
one out.
That was
that's a
me.
cut.
I know we don't edit these,
I'm not.
that one needs to be edited.
I'm not in a contract, but personally, I'm like, yo, cut.
He's like, I'm feeling nervous. I need to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we just cut that whole Morgan Wallen part.
Man, that's
Yeah.
tough.
You had to go back.
I told you to shout out
I
the
didn't know the
sponsors.
South would rise again.
Now we're on the fucking South rising again with Morgan Wallen. Shout out the sponsors.
Dude.
Back to Heat in the Street. We do want to give out a shout out to our sponsors at Heat in the Street. Just while we have the minute, Assassinato Tequila has helped us out so much with this. They are our main sponsor. We cannot wait for them to get in stores and see what they do. They're doing a lot for the community around here, and I'm really excited to be working with them. Another sponsor is Silver Industries. Michael Silver has pretty much been running the music scene for as long as I can remember. He was a pivotal point of it back in the day, and now he's transitioned into doing paint parties and foam parties and stuff like that for colleges. I'm sure you guys have all been to Glow Rage before. He did that. We transitioned it now into a college market, and he's actually helping us with sound and stage and everything like that. He's a main sponsor. Other than that, we've got Portside Tattoos. They're going to be up there with a booth. We've got It's a Cookie Bakery. She's going to be up there with a booth. Shout out Katie. I think we might have a special cookie with her
yeah.
to
Sauce
be
Boss is doing a
determined.
burger too, yeah.
Sauce Boss is also going to be there. We'll do a special burger with them specifically for the fest. Don't worry, it's not going to be a ghost pepper burger.
I was gonna say.
Because I was like,
There's a play there.
I was thinking like we could do something stupid spicy for everything, and then
Yeah.
I was like, who wants to eat a ghost pepper burger in 100 degree
Yeah.
heat? You know, even if you're inside, that sounds like it sucks.
Each
Should be
burger.
sweet heat.
That's what I was thinking. Maybe like a sweet heat barbecue thing.
Yeah.
But we have a few ideas.
Squeeze lime juice in your eye with every burger. Like, enjoy your heat in the street burger. Have some Tabasco in your bottle of water.
Let's see. Who else do we have? There? Dustin Bonifay.
Yeah, Dustin Bonifay, State Farm.
State
donated
Farm.
some stuff.
He's gonna help us out with some stuff. We've got uniquely. I don't want to get this wrong. I wrote it down. I'm really bad at this. One of these days.
Did you write it down?
I did write it down. Okay, there we go. Unexpected Creativity. We'll have them there. They do T-shirts, like sarcastic stuff and like 420 friendly stuff. Greenlight District, who is a cannabis dealer, who will also be there. We're really excited about them. We've got Mossback Fishing as a sponsor, Toops Media as a sponsor, and we've also teamed up with Scene Pensacola. Have you guys worked with them at all? It's Tim from Tim Edge. He does photography and stuff, but he started this kind of like
It's just like a weekly. It's a database
like
and
a-
also like a weekly and monthly update on like shows that are going on in the area.
word.
It's just a really useful resource, especially for people that are looking to check out new music.
he's building a community and really pushing.
Doing a great job. Like excellent to have on. Like he's been like I think I've gotten almost as many messages from him as artists with like updates. Like he threw us in the in their calendar for
their
this
monthly show
so,
calendar.
yeah.
We're on the front page and the back page actually for
sick,
Heat in the Street.
Yeah, really excited to have them.
Chris's pretty face is on the front page.
my famous face.
So yeah, we're just really excited to be working with the community. Sorry to kind of draw it back there,
Oh,
but
you're
we wanted
good,
to
dude.
make sure before anything that we did give a shout out to the sponsors because they've helped us
yeah.
out a lot with
Yeah.
this.
And also, yeah, big shout out to the Handlebar too.
Big shout out to the Handlebar. Without them, this could not be possible at all. Like
Shout out
big
to all
part
the
of the scene
artists
for a
too.
while, yeah.
Like,
shout out to Robert Goodspeed, man.
yeah,
Like shout out Robert Goodspeed, shout out Michael Silver, every artist who's given us a chance on this. We can't wait to hopefully prove you right that you put your the ball in our court and we did the right thing for you.
yeah.
That's what we're hoping for.
Good shit.
Is there anything you guys personally want to shout out before you get out of here? Like your page or your band's page or where they can find your music?
Listen to Brave New World. It's just like the book Brave New World. It's not the new Captain America film. It's a band.
There's another Captain America movie coming
called Brave New World.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're about to have Captain America on everything, son.
Yeah, it's us versus Marvel
I'm
at
gonna
this
get that
point.
Disney
out.
money.
Y'all should all come out
Get that
as
Disney
Captain
money.
America.
All of us as
Yeah,
Captain
on
America.
stage one day, or like for like a Halloween show.
That would be hilarious.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm in. Sign me up.
So yeah, you can find us Facebook, Instagram. Everything's at We Are Brave New World. You want to go to our website? It's at www.wearebravenewworld.com. Follow Heat in the Street. Heat in the Street, not Heat on the Street. Heat in the Street Fest.
There will be heat on the street.
That's like a complaint website. Heat on the street. There is heat.
There is some
Yeah,
shit
fuck.
going down.
It's going.
So much
It's
heat.
happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can find us there, heatinthestreetfest.com, Instagram, Facebook, all those places. Yeah, I think that's pretty
bro.
much. Oh, follow Toops Media. Hire me to do your graphics.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Well, before we get out of here, we got to shout out some sponsors, and one of those sponsors is Kazushi Club Pensacola. It's where we do jujitsu. Where he's talking about he went to an open mat and some shit went down. What
Is that where you got on the scale?
Supposedly, allegedly,
Allegedly
some shit.
got on the scale.
I don't even know who said this. Who was
Ain't no need
supposedly?
to ain't no need to tell
You made
that.
this shit up.
No.
I don't want
Y'all
to reveal my
business.
sources.
brother.
Dude.
See, you might have made it up, but he admitted to it.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And
I think
and
we've
I can
already
tell
shake-
you-
we've already
look,
shook
look,
and I
hands
can
on it. That
tell
was
you-
my fault.
I
I'm
don't-
sure that wasn't the only time he's
Look,
made it.
I don't
Oh, I'm
have
sure.
a good
Yeah.
enough memory to know if it happened or it didn't.
Uh-huh.
So I'll just admit
You knew what he was
oh,
talking
Maybe
about.
it didn't.
Yeah, maybe I'm agreeing. Maybe it didn't.
I'm agreeing.
Yes.
Maybe it didn't.
Yeah, maybe it didn't. But we do jiu-jitsu at Kazushi Club Pensacola. Derek Overby is the head instructor there. Dakota and we have never found out his last name.
Damn.
Dakota. He runs the wrestling classes
Sorry,
Tuesday
Dakota.
night.
Sorry,
Big
Dakota.
motherfucker. But he throws
Big
people
as
around.
fuck. We don't know your last name.
No,
But you
but
can wrestle, and that's all that matters.
dude, he's fucking phenomenal.
It's scary. Yeah.
Throw
it's
Cody around.
I just know Crow Magnum is his Instagram. So
Barlow. Dakota Barlow.
Dakota Barlow.
Shout out Dakota Barlow.
Yeah, he's doing big fucking things. He's a hero outside of the mats. He's like a firefighter in the woods and shit.
Where you'll be camping soon.
Yeah. So I'm going to need that mother...
Yeah, it's
Maybe
lucky.
I don't be camping alone. You know what I'm saying? Dakota, where you at?
Yeah.
He'll be
You
watching
know?
over you.
Well, he's mad now because you didn't have his last name on deck.
Damn.
Hey, brother,
He's
we'll
not
figure it
rescuing
out.
you
wrong.
for shit.
He's not going to let him burn
wrong.
alive because of that, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You
we'll
don't know
figure it
that.
out.
You don't know that.
This little soot.
A little bit.
Also, shout out Casey Overby. Thinking we might be having him on soon.
What's up, Casey?
Hell yeah.
But he does little guy jits with his brother, also Derek Overby, and they teach smaller techniques that work for bigger opponents. So say you're having an issue with somebody much bigger than you, like me versus Dakota now. I can figure out how to get out of that situation. All thanks to Kazushi Club Pensacola and the boys over there.
Woo!
If you are not in Pensacola, but you
Yeah.
need to figure out how to, beat some
You're going to
people
head
the
over
fuck
to
up.
Panacea Martial Arts, dog, with Tony Rayborn. They are a school over in Foley that they do all different kinds of classes. They're a huge gym now. They moved just like a year ago into a new building. Do all kinds of kids classes. They do no-gi classes, gi classes. If you've got, like I said, they're kind of a big family-friendly gym. So if you've got somebody that's younger that's kind of interested in martial arts and looking for a place to start, that is a great place to start. And that place is super welcoming. Everybody's super friendly there. So definitely check them out. If you're there on Wednesdays at night, Rich Shimleski.
Shimleski, yeah.
Shimleski.
We're nailed it now, dude. We're never letting that go.
It's the intermediate.
Yeah, well, you got
Intermediate,
beginner, then advanced.
Beginner, then
So just
advanced.
all around what you just
All
said.
of them on Wednesday.
Okay.
But he runs a lifestyle experiment, which is a no-gi jiu-jitsu brand that we actually rock most of the time when we're
Doing jiu-jitsu or training.
training. All of it.
trying
All
to
the
lose this
above.
weight.
The shorts, dude, I wear fucking all the time now.
It's one
All
of the
the
best clothing items for weight
Lifestyle.
loss.
Yeah. No, they're great.
And also for just living styles.
Right. So they do rash guards, no-gi shorts. They're working on some gi stuff now. They do T-shirts, all different kinds of stuff. But definitely check them out at A Lifestyle Experiment. Their website is alefl.com. You can sign up for their email list there. That'll tell you when all the drops are happening and kind of when stuff's going live and all that good stuff. But yeah, definitely check them out. Super quality people and super quality gear. So yeah, A Lifestyle Experiment.
Yes, sir. Now, if you want to get a tattoo, and we fancy ourselves, I guess all of us have tattoos, yeah? Mm-hmm. You got
Little bit.
tattoos?
I got one.
You got one tattoo?
It's on
What
my
was-
hand.
That's it?
That's it.
Just one.
Good
That's all he's
grief,
got.
bro.
Okay.
Well, I got a guy.
My money goes into drums, dude. That's why I said don't
Yeah,
don't
he
play
spends it on
drums.
Well, you need to get tattooed, and you need to
Be
get
a
tattooed by
vocalist.
Johnny Mumbles at Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio. Amazing guy. So he could maybe put a fucking symbol on your back or something.
There we go.
Something. I don't know.
I can
or
get a diamond on my throat.
Those
Yeah,
suck.
there you go.
You could put one of those things where the bows go in, but you could just be holding drumsticks back there.
You could have a quiver. on
I
your
also
back.
have
Quiver.
shitty ideas.
Just a quiver with drumsticks.
Yeah, just fucking.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But Johnny tattoos anything
Sucks.
you can figure out or come up to him with
Yeah.
to the best of his ability.
Yeah.
Could you imagine
killer.
whipping
Amazing
that
work.
shit out? Check out my quiver tattoo.
Quiver
Dude,
tattoo.
that's fucking-
No, I'm really into archery.
nerd.
I'm really into
Quiver
archery.
tattoo.
You could, dude. I mean, he
Nerd.
could do
It's
it.
just got 2 drumsticks in it. You fucking dweeb.
Some people call me the Robin Hood.
I'm the Robin Hood of drums. The Legolas of the beats.
Legolas.
Jesus.
But check out Sacred Grounds Tattoo Studio, Johnny Mumbles. You also got Chauncey Fury there. They commission work if you want to get some designs done for your T-shirts or a sign or something made. They're always doing cool stuff for the community. Check them out. Is there anything you guys want to say right before we get out of here?
Yeah, Heat in the
This
Street
is-
Fest. Come out.
Yeah, Heat in the Street Fest, July 29th at the Handlebar. We'll see you there.
What time does it start?
Starts at 2 o'clock, but be there at 1.
Word.
First band starts at 2.
Hell yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. Good shit.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate y'all coming and
Bro,
hanging
thanks
out,
for
man.
having us. It was
Yeah.
a lot of
Good
fun.
time.
Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Hell yeah.
We really
Enjoyable.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it's good shit. Well, hell yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. We're getting the fuck up out of here. We love you.
Thanks, guys.
Yay.